Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another glorious Friday. TGIF. Yes, it's Friday, right? No, it's Thursday. Shit, every day's Friday for me. It is
Thursday, champ.
It is Thursday. We will have Eddie Reynoso scheduled later on tonight and Erickson Lubin. Let's hope everything works out the way it's supposed to. You know, it's show business. Show business. And with show business comes some hiccups. And with hiccups, you know, it comes... You know, like,
You making it up, champ.
Yeah, I'm making it up, brother. We're here to talk the king. Pound for pound king is back. Taking on one of his toughest tests, and then Yildirim. How do you pronounce his first name, Marioski? Avni?
But I think he's going to be taken out so long, we might as well not even, so quickly, we might as well not even learn his first name.
Yo, stop disrespecting the Turkish people, champ. the man's name is Avni Yildirim, and he is gonna represent, and he will be, I guess in his own mind, celebrating a win with the whole of Turkey. Look, what is it to say? Anybody that steps up to the plate, to me right now, I don't see anybody beating this guy unless you're a heavyweight.
Yo, it's funny. Shakur Stevenson said that. He said, I don't see anybody beating Canelo unless Andre Ward comes out of retirement. Like, he didn't even say out of retirement. He didn't even go that far. He said if Andre was still fighting. Like, he never said Andre could come back, get some tune-ups, and then beat Canelo.
So he's saying the version of Andre Ward that was fighting fought the version of Canelo today, that's the only Andre Ward that would beat him.
The way he said it was like if Andre was still fighting, he's smart enough that he would be able to beat Canelo. But, that's pretty good, when they got to pick retired people. That's like saying, yo, Floyd could come out of retirement and beat him again. Like, that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I like it. Mr. Sharp, you might be under contract with Charlo and them, champ. You know what I'm saying? Stop me when we tell a lie. Stop me when we tell a lie, man, because last I checked, my man just beat the number one. But y'all don't care, right? Y'all don't care.
They don't care. They don't care.
No,
what are you gonna do for us next? It's like you know what it's like? It's like when somebody is like performing stunts and shit, right? Like it would, like, I remember Jackie Chan, like in the 90s and like his career, and he was doing all these crazy stunts in Japan, and they brought him over to America, and they're like, well, what's he gonna do now? It's like, what do you mean, what's he gonna do now? Exactly. Like, he's doing him, you know what I'm saying? It's like same thing with Canelo. It's like he can do all these great things that he's done, but it's still, he said it on Twitter this past week too, or actually yesterday.
That's what this article is, bro. This article is that. It's like, critics hate me so much, they want me to move to 175 just to see me lose. It's like, it's right, bro. Like, You know, when I suggested Terrence go to 154, you know, people got crazy. They got upset. You know, I suggest.
Who got upset?
I mean, fans. They like why he gotta go up? Why Earl don't just fight him? I thought it was strap season. It's ranch season. You know, they get upset. They get upset instead of helping my man make his own way. They get upset.
Those are the same people that Those are the same people that complain that Triple G, you know, never moved out of 160.
Exactly. So my thing is like Charlo, I'm begging him to move up. You know what I'm saying? I'm begging him to go fight Benavidez, but people like, you know, oh, Canelo got to do everything. It's just getting exhausting, really. As a boxing fan, for me, you know, it sucks that every time a pound-for-pound king got to fight, he gets criticized. But then there was 2 other dudes on the pound-for-pound list, like, I don't know, 24 months ago. They used to get mad, Sean, like, oh, 1 and 2. Then Vasil loses. You don't even hear his name anymore by any major outlet.
What happened?
No major outlet saying he's pound for pound anymore. And there's no more of a debate whether it's Vasil and Crawford. You know. Meanwhile, Canelo's fighting everybody, and he's not debating. Like they're not debating that he's number one. No, number one now is definitively Crawford, who's done nothing compared to Canelo.
It's split. I think it's split. There's a lot of outlets out there that got Canelo at pound for pound number one. A lot of really solid writers also have him at pound for pound. I agree. The fandom. Say again.
Not a debate. Just want to really know some lists. Like, where can I check to see him number one?
All right, give me. Look, I'll give you a list.
What about that one that Teddy does? The transfusion or the blood transfusion pound for pound ranking? What's the name of the one that he's on? The international whatever?
Oh, yeah.
I think Vic, our old friend Vic, was on that.
Yeah, see, the Boxing Writers Association of America has Canelo as the number one fighter in the world. But it's also a little weird because they got Terrence Crawford at 2. I agree. They got Inouye at 3. No, Crawford at 2, Inouye at 3, and Spence at 4.
Yo, look at Mr. Sharp. First, Canelo's the catchweight king. Now there's nothing wrong with a catchweight. Oh, because our good friend Jamal Charlo wants a catchweight. You guys are so flip-floppers. I'm going to call you Mr. Pancake is your new name. Never address your free chats without calling you Mr. Pancake, a.k.a. the flip-flopper.
Pancakes.
For real. He's got no blueberries
whether you want to
either.
flip or flop.
He's a plain pancake. He don't even got blueberries. No fresh fruit with that guy.
The Ring has Canelo as number 1 too, champ. The Ring got Canelo at number 1. Boxing Writers Association got him at number 1.
Wait a minute. Just know that the Ring isn't accepted by hardcore fans because they believe they already hate Canelo and they believe that the Ring is Golden Boy and, you know, Canelo and Golden Boy had a long history. So they're going to use those rankings as bias. What's the other ones?
Yeah, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Transnational Boxing Ranking Board also has Canelo at number 1.
That's Teddy Atlas.
ESPN is the only one that has Terrence Crawford at number 1. And why do you think that's true?
I don't know, Mario. You tell me because if I say it, I'm a Crawford hater.
Because he's on ESPN.
Network propaganda?
BoxRec, Canelo, number 1. Ooh. Although they got Tyson Fury number 2, so I don't know how much we should put, you know, stock into the. Shout out to BoxRec.
Yo, check out Mr. Flip Flop. He says, bruh, how am I flip flopping? Canelo moved up to avoid people. So we're literally having a show about Canelo saying people want him to fight at 75 because they want to see him lose. You're literally saying Charlo asking for a catchweight ain't bad. I didn't bring that up. You brought that up, right? So what are we really talking about? You saying he's moving up to avoid. So my guy, the one I fuck with, he's moving up from 140 to 175 and 168. He ain't asking for no catchweight, but y'all call him a catchweight king. And y'all call him a ducker. Your guy, the one you defended, doesn't want to fight my guy, looking for a catchweight and a vaccine. Bro, you should just stop chatting and enjoy the rest of the show, man, because you're getting singled out for being a, you know.
We're going to teach you.
Pretty flip.
I mean, like it's like this. Look, I mean, I feel like the dudes that come up with this stuff like started watching boxing in 2015. And listen, that's not me being a hater, like, oh, you fucking casual, like that's bullshit. I want as many casuals to become hardcores as possible. There's nothing wrong with that. But just understand, if you started watching that long ago, you know, a few years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago, well, maybe not that long, but you missed a lot. Okay, you missed his whole junior middleweight, you know, era, which, you know, Iris Lindy Lara was, I mean, people thought he was way more dangerous than any other opponent that he could have fought. Austin Trout was on that list, you know, and obviously you don't get credit for Floyd Mayweather because that's the golden ticket, but he still fought Floyd Mayweather. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And then you go to 160, you know, Golovkin was the man there. Like, go look at Jamal's record. Like, I want to see Jamal and Canelo fight. I do want to see that, you know, because that's the one part of this nest that Canelo's kind of tripping, right? He said, I fought the number one guy at 168, right? You know what? Let me pull it up so I can say exactly what he said, because I don't want to misquote him.
Pull it up. And
you choppy. He said, so this was Canelo's quote when they asked him about you know, the critics of the Yildirim fight. He said, I really don't have to give any explanation because they're never going to be happy with anything. I just fought the number one at 168 pounds. They're not happy with that either. So I have nothing to say. I don't care. And that was an interview that Canelo did with Boxing Scene. And you know, that's the truth of it. It's like, he just fought the number one at 168. Like, who is your favorite fighter fought? You know, and that's just a question for anybody. Like, who's your favorite fighter fought? You tell me when your favorite fighter fought the number one guy.
Yeah, I mean, for Charlo, unfortunately, it was when Williams was the number one mandatory. So, you know, other than that, he hasn't fought the number one guy unless you're gonna consider Highland. You know,
nope.
And that wasn't number one. He was just a person that was in an eliminator for the mandatory. You know. I don't know. It's just strange to me, man, because, you know, other fighters get the same hate, you know. They can do everything and anything within their power to give you the best possible fight, and it goes unnoticed. But Canelo had an interview yesterday, with David. How do you pronounce your Mexican brethren's last name? Esfalcing or Fantancing? How is it?
That sounds like pretty close.
Mario, like, fuck it, I ain't even gonna try.
Yeah.
Yo, I sent y'all the link though. Do me. I
got it.
I didn't
know. It was the ESPN Deportes.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying I didn't know Dumi was on, and he's the better Spanish guy. What's
that? Honestly, that last name is not Latino, right?
I don't think it is.
Hell yeah,
it's not. I think it's Fayette Telson.
No, he's definitely Latino. That's Canelo's antagonist.
Faitelson. Looks like
no. They say
that sounds Brazilian.
Say it again, and because it's not the way you saying it. It's definitely faltan, sing something like that, like
Faitelson.
Nah.
Faitelson. That sounds right. There's no L, Ness, at the beginning of the syllable.
David Faitelson.
That sounds pretty good.
Not even because in Spanish, if it's Spanish, you could just pronounce it as you see it. So
no, it's song. We gotta say faltan son. Faltian son.
All I know is
I don't know.
It looks like you're composing music.
My man better be happy that we spent 2 minutes trying to figure out.
No, but he's a fantastic.
This guy's funny though.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, he's the only dude that gets to interview Canelo repeatedly. Negatively. Like, he's never been nice to Canelo, this dude. Like, literally, this interview I sent you guys, it's in Spanish, so we're gonna give you the paraphrase version, and Dumi can listen and try to translate as much as possible. But it's like a 9-6 minute interview, and ultimately David's obsession continues. And for those that don't know David, he's an ESPN Deportes reporter. Very hard-nosed guy, really sticks it to Canelo, always on television when he's sticking it to Canelo. And it's never a phone interview, too, because, like, Canelo comes to his studio to get chopped up and loves it. Like, he knows that. He says, I know that you're going to, come with the bullshit. But I think David has an obsession with Gennady, and I think that Canelo, and if Doomy, if you can get to that part, because his response to Gennady is beautiful, and again, my version is he's like, you already had 24 rounds with this dude. I've gone on to move up, win a title at 175, move back down to 68, win another title and beat the number one, and now I'm having a mandatory. Meanwhile, this dude fights no one, and it's okay. I fight Yildirim, and I'm the Grinch that stole boxing. So
Hey, what happened?
I think that his answer was fantastic, and I want to talk about that. Like, these people that are hung up on Triple G, Canelo 3, like, are you really satisfied? And Canelo said this, when I beat him and I know that I will knock him out this time, all you're going to say is that he was old. So why would I fight him again? I'm moving on to do bigger and better things, and you guys want me to fight a dude that when I beat, you're literally going to tell me he was old, which we're already fucking saying it. So, I mean, it's got to be a difficult situation to be the face of boxing, or one of the faces, because there's some other guys on this level that get this magnitude of hate, you know?
No, you're absolutely right.
Got sarcasm on the super chat. Says y'all must have
no thoughts on the Gennady thing, huh? No thoughts on the Gennady thing. Jesus, what is it? Mario's reading and this dude's in chat land. Like, no thoughts on Canelo and what he said about Gennady being old and the double standard.
I didn't hear the interview yet. I was actually listening to it while we were before we went live.
I just gave you the paraphrase of it. Like, I paraphrased it for you. Like, I don't get it, but whatever, man. Y'all suck, man. Let's read your super chat. Let's read your super chat.
No, that wasn't even the one. I think this was the one. All right, Skip. Let's just read the super chat then. Y'all must have Triple G name tatted somewhere. LOL. And that's from Sarcastic Sarcasm. Was he throwing that one at you? Or no?
No, it can't be me. He must be talking about the same people Canelo's talking about that want to see that Triple G fight. Because if you got Triple G's name tatted on you, that's your man, and you rooting for him to get that fight, that last fight. Mm-hmm. That ain't my man. Yeah. I ain't rooting for him to get nothing.
Nah, he pulling the pin on the grenade and throwing it into the chat for whoever it's for. But I will say, look, there is one part of this that I feel like Canelo might not understand, and he does, but he doesn't want to admit it. Like, number ones and rankings and belts, it's like when it's convenient for a fighter or promoter or manager or a fan of somebody to use them, then they're going to use, this man was number one in BoxRec. Like, who gives a shit, right? Ryan Garcia said it the other day. Titles don't matter. They shouldn't matter. Whatever. They haven't mattered for a long time. All right, Ryan. You weren't even born when these things didn't matter. Like, this whole system has just fallen off the tracks. Belts, rankings. These sanctioning bodies have done such damage to their reputation and the idea of what they really stand for that we don't trust them. So when you want to come and say, well, I fought the number one guy. Okay, well, that's cool. And there's cred there. But at the same time, that doesn't necessarily silence the detractors, right? What people want is drama. That's what Golovkin presented. Golovkin presented the perfect road, right? He was not only highly ranked and highly, and the critics were high on him, but he was also a fan favorite. He was also a guy who gave you something more than just what was in between the ropes. He gave great interviews. He had sound bites for days. This guy was the big drama show every time he came out. Now moving forward, we have to create that, all over again. That's where Canelo gets his, recognition. That's not fair to Canelo. That's not fair to any fighter, but that's just the way it is. Okay. You have to create a reason for fight fans to believe the guy that you're fighting poses a credible threat. You know what I'm saying? And you're fighting guys in the UK that Americans don't know. Those critics are going to be there.
I mean, probably the guys don't know that are not, really too into boxing. I mean, the guys he's fought, they're known, and even Avni Yildirim, man, like, the guy's been his sparring partner. I mean, doesn't that present some type of freaking threat? You know, knowing you know your opponent, knowing that you've been in camp with him, you know some stuff about him. I think that could benefit Yildirim a lot. You know. And you know I mean half of the people are always taller than Canelo, but like, and he's had a chance right now to see 2-3 guys lose already, you know, under Canelo, and even the height and everything, all the similarities that he has with the fighters that you know that Canelo just knocked out or stopped or beat. He's had the time to actually plan. So I mean, I know it's an opinion, right? Because I don't know the scope of the camp or whatnot. But I mean, if I was him, Avni, I'd be pretty confident coming into this fight.
Well, you know what it is.
Oh,
not to beat him, but
sarcastic.
I don't believe that. But you know, to really put on a hell of a fight.
I feel you.
Sarcasm. First super chat. He said that's what Canelo told Faltan Singh and them. He said that you guys must have Triple G's name tatted on you, and it's true.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He did say that.
That's hilarious.
But,
you know what? That's so funny because I've seen that meme, and I've seen like jokes with that phrase on Twitter a million times, and it never connected for me. But the one thing I want to add to Doomy, like, let's go into the psychology of it, right? Because right now, there's this fight that we imagine between Charlo and Canelo, right? Black versus Mexican. You know, we get into the history of boxing and the biggest fights in, you know, the sport has had to offer. And it is that combination that resonates with people. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's also this thing in people's heads where it's like, even if you can convince yourself that Yildirim is a credible opponent, okay? And there are things out there, like you mentioned, Doomy. There's also this like thing where you don't want him to win. You don't want him to ruin the big fight. You know, I loved Tim Bradley. I was a huge fan of his from coming up. You know, 140, he was I loved him, right? I didn't want to see him beat Pacquiao. I know that sounds terrible because it's like you're not supposed to just like root for, you want the best to fight the best, but I didn't want anybody to mess up Pacquiao Mayweather. And now we're in a situation where I don't want anybody to mess up Charlo and Canelo, and that's not even the only fight out there too. You know, Caleb Plant, that's still a great fight. David Benavidez, I'm not saying that Canelo loses one time and then that's it, but if he loses one time to a guy like Yildirim, that's something else. You know what I'm saying? Than losing to a guy like Charlo. So
I mean, even having a close fight, you know, would be. I mean, for Yildirim, it would be awesome. But like that would be like huge.
Is this upset bigger than AJ Ruiz if Canelo loses to Yildirim?
Yeah. Ooh, good question.
Yeah,
I think so.
It is. It's 50.
I think so.
It's actually what? No, it's not. Yesterday it was 16-1.
Boxing Scene was the one, unless I screwed up my numbers on it, but they mentioned Joshua's numbers with Andy. They mentioned them with
they be listening to the show.
Mike
Don't
Tyson.
give me no credit, man. We talked about that yesterday, and yesterday we checked it. It was Andy. Yildirim was a 16-1, and I was like, damn, that's pretty spot on with Andy, who was like 1,200 to 1,600.
Yeah, look, Boxing Scene has
them.
And
then Douglas is like 30-1. You know, Mike Tyson Douglas, that was 30-1. You know what I mean? I mean, look, if he's 50-1 today.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
he was 42 last time I checked, and right now when I look,
money's coming in on him. But I don't know if that's fair of us to take the final odds or the opening odds. But it doesn't matter to me, regardless.
That's
all
still
know.
high.
I don't. Yeah, it's still a big time. Listen, I'll put it this way, man. I don't know, because I was about to say I would expect more a guy with a pedigree like Ruiz, but I mean Yildirim, it's like. I didn't think Ruiz was going to win. Bottom line, I had no faith that he was going to win. He won. This is the same thing going in with the Yildirim fight, but it's even worse because the name recognition there is like at least with Andy, if you had been following boxing or at least his career for a while, you know that, he's got talent. He had talent walking in that ring. The problem with him has always been discipline. It's always been the weight. It's always been how serious he took the sport, but he has skills. So going in there, like that's what you look for if he's going to pull the upset on this card. With Yildirim, that's a different story. Yildirim possesses no qualities, in my opinion, that trump or match Canelo's ability. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
whoa. So what does Andy do better than AJ? What trumps or matches?
I think that at the very least, Andy had the kind of pedigree. I mean, he moved better, than just some guy off the block. Like, he did things that were better in his career before. Go ahead.
Can I debate one at a time? You said he moves better. Can we agree that he's never moved like he's moved? Other than that one,
again, yes.
Other than that one night, he never moved like that before, and he hasn't moved like that after.
Not against that quality of opposition.
No.
I
mean, all right, whatever. If you want to say it that way, I've never seen him do. I seen him beat up Joe Hanks, and it ain't even look like that. And and if you can do that to A-Day, you should have pulverized Joe Hanks. And that's what I'm saying. Going back and watching that Ruiz Joseph Parker, I went into Andy and AJ thinking, man, this is a fucking tune-up. he ain't shit. He picking fat ass. And that's you could see me on video like, man, look at this shit. And then JD is the one like, look at what Andy's doing. Come on, Andy. And I'm like, wait a minute. Look at what Andy's doing. So I don't know. And I'm not defending Canelo because we all fucking know that Yildirim and Andy are not on the same level. And obviously today's numbers indicate that, even though yesterday was a lot closer. But I'm making a case for this being
a bigger upset.
Is it a bigger upset? I think it isn't bigger than obviously Buster Douglas and Tyson. No one expected that one. I don't know that this is a bigger upset than, Oliver McCall and Lennox Lewis. Is this bigger than that if Canelo loses? I don't know. Because with all the hate that Canelo gets, how are you going to put it on the level of, like a Lennox Lewis, right? If you don't respect Canelo, then how is he Lewis in this debate, right? So I don't know. And I'm asking to see what the world thinks, right? Like, if he loses, where is this ranked? Is this in the all-time biggest upset of boxing?
Absolutely, it goes in the all-time biggest upset category. Like,
not category, man.
Yeah.
He wants
no. See, but that's okay, and that's the problem, though. Like, understand that it's time that dictates what ends up becoming the biggest or the, you know what I'm saying? Like the night that Ruiz and Joshua happened, it was huge, right? But it was so much more bigger to the people that understood what it was going to stand the test of time. I mean, we see upsets all the time. Oscar Valdez was an upset. Is it going to go into the biggest upsets of all time? Of course not. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but time that dictates where these things fall. But for Canelo, what dictates
is it the odds in Vegas? What makes this the biggest upset? I would think that a lot of pull comes from the Vegas odds, right? If you go back and you look at all the Vegas odds and this fight has the biggest odds and this is the biggest underdog fight. I mean, according to Vegas, right? But like if we get into the people, like when did we see Canelo losing? Did we see him losing when he went up against Kovalev? Did we see him losing when he went up against Caleb Smith and all the other guys that he's been fighting at these higher weights? I mean, do we see him and do we see Avni Yildirim in the same light as a Kovalev, as a Caleb Smith, as all? So it's like, this is the biggest upset. Everybody's banking on Canelo. This is supposed to be an easy breezy fight. I mean, as much as Canelo wants to go ahead and say that this guy's tough and everything, of course he's tough, it's not that he's not, but who's going to believe him? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to believe him that this guy Avni Yildirim is going to give him a tough fight? A lot of people are not going to believe it. So if Yildirim comes in and starts really like, working that ring and getting into a war, back and forth and actually landing, it's gonna be nuts. I mean, I'm not gonna know what to say.
Listen, I think you broke that down really, really well, and I think you're right. It's hard to argue against the idea that the biggest odd difference would be the biggest upset. That said, I think it's also about like let's break down the word, like upset. Who's upset? Like, why be upset? You're upset because you're upset in the Joshua fight because you have all these plans for a guy like Joshua, right? And he hasn't even fought the big fight that, we've been waiting for, right? Well, I guess Klitschko was there, but still, he was heading towards Wilder. He was heading towards Fury. He's heading towards all this greatness, and then it got derailed. You know what I'm saying? With Tyson, like, how old was Tyson when he lost to Buster Douglas? It was in 1990. He was born in 80. No, he must started in 85, but he was born.
He's like 20 something, maybe 24, something like that.
So it's like he still had all his career ahead of him. Canelo, in a situation where he has had a lot of success in his career thus far to put him at the top, fighters of all time. The fact that he is 30 years old, on his way down in his career, and I don't mean that skill wise, I mean that like he's closer to the end of his career than he is the beginning.
Well, he said he's retiring at 37, right? 36.
Yeah, I thought he said 36. Yeah, so he's closer to the end of his career than he is the beginning. So it's like, how big is that upset? And also, what does it do to the fighter? With Mike Tyson, the reason why that's one of the biggest upsets is because that you can pinpoint Mike's downfall to that moment. Like, you can say after that night, Mike was never really the same again, right? Are you going to be able to say that about Canelo? Are you going to be able to say that about Joshua? I think that all of that encompasses, upsets and how big a single upset is.
Super chat from G Mays says,
it makes it the biggest upset because it's a big mismatch.
Yeah, but so was Buster Douglas. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so was Buster Douglas. Yeah.
Buster Douglas wasn't expected to win, dude. Like,
Oliver McCall, same thing like you said. Yeah, he wasn't expected to win. Joshua Ruiz.
And let's be real, though. Let's be real. Like, who's more of a threat? Who was more of a monster? This would be Canelo's first loss, or actually second loss. And that was Mike Tyson's first, right? So it's like, the killer Iron Mike Tyson lost to a blue collar guy. Like, I don't know.
Nah, it's huge. It's the disparity and what people would have believed back
Obviously,
then.
it's also a different
nobody
time.
believed that.
It's also a different time, and maybe Canelo is just our era's Mike.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little different, They're different guys, they're different fighters. They produce different outcomes in the ring. Usually, I think you get something from both their fights, but it's different also. So, it's tough. But
we got a couple more super chats, yo. Steve says David Feitelson father is from Israel and his mom is Mexican.
Nice.
Yeah, I knew something was going on there. And then sarcasm said Yildirim was whooping Darrell. Darrell got a lucky cut. Yildirim is heavy-handed. Boxing is unforgiving. It's erroneous to say Canelo runs him over.
Yeah,
well, why? Eubank ran him over, But this is the thing. I also made these cases. Yildirim started his career at 175. Eubank, who knocked him out, people will say that is the best opponent on Jamal Charlo's resume if he fights him. So, and that fight was rumored. So some of these things are, they matter. They matter. Like, look, he's the first dude to pay, let alone say that he felt Yildirim was winning during that Darrell fight. But I believe that's what the WBC felt, and that's why they gave him this status, because, they felt like the headbutt wasn't Yildirim's fault, I don't know why, I just hope that Suleiman owes who we just had on the show that he said, owes Lukovic a favor. You know, because if fucking Yildirim is owed a favor and he could get a Canelo shot, man, you know, Samson could get Javier a shot with Ryan or Haney. No, y'all lost that.
I mean, maybe
over the brains.
That's just
insane in the men brain.
Insane in the brain. I mean, man, look. Can we get excited about this fight? I mean, do we really have to drag this one, you know, through the mud? You know, it's true, man. I mean, and I understand Canelo's frustration too, man. I mean, like, I'm stepping up. I mean, I'm fighting guys out of my weight. You know, I'm fighting guys that got the reach advantage, height advantage. I'm doing it all, and I still don't get, you know, my credit. It's almost like a Floyd Mayweather thing. You know what I'm saying? They were, you know, Floyd Mayweather would make these guys look stupid in the ring, but like, a lot of people didn't give him credit. Said, "Oh, look, all he does is run, or does this, or does that." It's always some critics, man, and it's pretty tough, man. It's pretty tough as a fighter, you know, when you're fighting for legacy, and that's what Canelo's always saying. You know, I want to fight the best fights. I want to fight. He wants to be really remembered as a true fighter. So, you know, it's frustrating, and I mean, look. Who do we move on after if he does win? I mean, they were talking about. He was talking about he wants to stay really active. You know, wants to stay as active as possible. So maybe we'll get some more fun fights, man. I mean, these guys want you to fight. You know, lion after lion after lion, and you know it's not always the case. You know,
no one does that. You know what I mean? Like, give me a fighter that, you know, and I guess I shouldn't say that because there's a lot of flyweights that do that. There was a lot of minimum weight guys that have done that. But that said, you know, it's another thing too, Doomy, to talk about Yildirim and say like, okay, does he possess the abilities and the skill set, right? But then it's another thing to say, where's he at physically as an athlete? You know, the fact that he hasn't fought in over 2 years come fight night, that's problematic. You know, that's problematic. And so, I think so. I think that rust is a tough thing for a lot of fighters.
Why wasn't it an issue for Mikey Garcia and no one made it an issue for Mikey? And yes, Mikey wasn't coming back to face the pound-for-pound fighter #1 in the world. But we're not saying that about Andy, who's been out the ring since AJ kicked his ass and is about to come back into a fight with Areola, right? We think he's going to look better because he's training with Reynoso. So why does Yildirim not get the same, you know, courtesy? Isn't he with Joel Diaz training hard as fuck? Wasn't he just sparring with an undefeated Eastern Europe, a Russian, you know, that said he did so good that you know, he learned so much that Joel wants to train him now? So, like, I don't know. Like, we don't know that he's not working. And again, I'm not trying to build this fight. I'm just stating the obvious that isn't going to be mentioned just because Yildirim is Yildirim and he's expected to be a tune-up and a walkover. People are overlooking that. They're overlooking the fact that he's been with Joel Diaz training consistently. If you follow, matter of fact, let me pull up Joel's Instagram, bro. You follow Joel Diaz, you know those dudes are working.
They're monsters in there. But I think that, again, it's not just about, like, it's about who you're fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, Andy, it's a softer touch when you could say he's fighting a guy like Areola who's had the exact same issues of staying dedicated, right? But then it's another thing to say you're, you know, Yildirim coming off of 2 years to fight, you know, the greatest in the world, perhaps. That's a tough can to hold.
I mean,
yeah, we talked about it yesterday about Joel Diaz being in the corner.
Francis.
What's going on with Joel Diaz?
What up?
Of Jojo Diaz, you know, just another eye in the corner, and just somebody that has experience, 26, almost 30 years of experience in the sport. I mean, he must be able to offer something to Yildirim in the corner to give Canelo a little bit of difficulty. Not say it's going to be super difficult, but something to make him think a little.
Look how big Yildirim is, man. I wish, yo, I'm telling you, I wish these dudes could fight some of these critics, man. For real, man. Look at Joel Diaz next to Yildirim, man. I mean, and again, muscle, height, reach, none of that wins fights. I get it. But
I mean,
what
but like you
happens when he
can't just
lands a
toss it
punch?
out like it's nothing either, you know?
No, but what happens when he lands a punch? I know that some people like to say muscle and height and all that don't matter, but what happens when he lands a punch? Remember, I got to be in Yildirim's camp in Florida. He was at the heavyweight factory, you know. You can check those videos out. And, you know, I don't have anything bad to say, you know. Like I said, I've learned my lesson. You know, what he does it on a high level. He's faced big names, you know. Some people still hoping to fight some of the names that he's got on his resume. So, you know, we just gonna have to wait and see, you know, what happens. But I don't put anything past Joel Diaz. Joel Diaz took Bradley to some big heights, and we confirmed this morning that it was Joel Diaz that took Bradley to get the Pacquiao and the Marquez and the Ruslan win. It was after Ruslan that he got with at Teddy for the Brandon fight. And right here I'm showing De La Hoya, and this is like one of the guys that Joel couldn't turn into more. And maybe that's Joel's fault, right? Maybe it's not the trainer. You know, yesterday I had Coach Anthony on, and he said, you know, you're only as good as your stable. You're only as good as your racehorse, right? So it's like, is your horse a thoroughbred, right? Is your horse a thoroughbred? And can he take you to a world
Where's that
championship?
picture? Where's that picture from? When he's flexing with his fists up. That's from
Joel,
the win.
That's Joel Diaz's post for Fight Week. But you know, again, I'm just saying based off upsets. That's all I'm saying. We just watch Andy upset. That's it. And for me, I'm glad London Runs Boxing is obsessed with Wilder, because he reminded me that for me was an upset. Even though I knew Fury was as good as he is, that was an upset for me, because I thought no one could beat Wilder. I thought, regardless of flaw, no, honestly,
you really did. You really did. I know you did.
No, regardless of flaw, I thought if he lands, there's nothing you can do. You know, I believed you got to be perfect for 12 rounds. I only need 12. So I believed all that because I seen it firsthand. Y'all still haven't seen what I seen. I seen spawn partner after spawn partner hit the fucking deck every day. Like, that shit is real, man. So it's like, but Fury, you know, he learned how to roll that motherfucker, man. He learned how to roll it. So that was an upset to me, especially if you factor in the truth. My man was coming off of like 2 cans. You know, well, now we know Valine ain't no can, so we got to take that back. But, you know, when Valine came out, yeah, that's all we thought he was a violin. My man had a no contest on Showbox over a head bunt with some dude named like Nick something. You know, Odawa Violin came out of nowhere. The only one that believed in him was Doomy because of Joey Gamage. And he only biasly believed in him because Joey Gamage was always secretly working with Teofimo. It wasn't because of nothing else, so let's be real. You know what I'm saying?
Stop throwing shade.
That was an upset, bro. Fury beating fucking Tom Schwartz, going life and death with violin that we never heard of, and then knocking out Wilder. I was like, what the fuck? That's an upset to me. I keep it real. That's an upset to me. You know, Wilder fucking radicals are going to be like, that ain't no fucking upset. He was the #1 heavyweight in the world. At the time, really, he was? Or did us hardcores perceive him to be as good as the other two because what we knew he can do? But my man was 380 pounds dropping down. Like, come on, man. Let's not.
Well, I think it's like he beat Klitschko, right? So it's easy to say that. But then it's like, how long ago did that happen? What had happened in his life from that moment to the moment, you know what I mean? Like, he fought. And so
that shit was an upset for me.
Yeah, you know who else thinks there's going to be some upset? My man Super Max on the super chat says Areola gonna slow down Reynoso's hype train.
Bro, he's been calling for that for like a year now.
I mean, Izzy called Pool 11-3 and that didn't go too well.
I know it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's true.
Look,
yeah.
I get
Danny in 7 and Danny in 7. Don't forget.
Yeah, I get affirmations. I get affirmations,
Nice.
but there's no way, man. Andy is going to show us that he's going to bring that Mike Tyson lateral movement back, and there's going to be a lot of left hooks and back hooks. We can tell if you follow Canelo team, which is Eddie Reynoso on Instagram, that team loves the hook. Canelo's always been a monster with the hook. Double left hook. Always. Think Kirkland fight. And just start going from there. Body shots for Callum Smith, Rocky Fielding, all with the hook. Then guess what? Oh, now Ryan is knocking dudes out with, guess what? The fucking hook. Oh, what did Valdez just use? The motherfucking hook. And what did Andy use to beat AJ? The hook. So what they're going to do? Improve the hook, man. He going to hook the shit out of standing ass still Areola, who just goes 1-2. He's like Areola.
He's too explosive, yo.
Areola is a 1-2-1-2 puncher.
Might hurt.
Areola's like a 1-2-1-2 puncher, and he leans forward. It's like 1-2, 1-2, like, and then smothers. Man, you crazy as hell. You pivot and hook, that man is done. And matter of fact, didn't Eric Molina pivot and hit him with a right hand and have him on Christian, even though Areola was able to knock him out in that same first round? I guarantee you, go to the highlights of that fight. Molina hurt the shit out of Areola, and Molina, you know what I mean? Molina.
That Pattinson left hook, baby. That's the Reynoso style, man. Either to the body, to the head. They either single it or double it. And for whatever reason, man, the foot placement, the dipping of the hip, the waist, they just generate a lot of power on the shots, man.
Call you, I dip, we dip. Listen, G Mays on the super chat says that fake Zangief, he going to sleep. Sleep emoji, laughing emoji, nice try. Who's Zangief though?
Is that the dude from?
No, it is the dude. Yeah, it is the dude from Street Rap. But who he calling Zangief? Oh, was Zangief from Turkey? I think he was. No, he was from Russia, right?
I thought he was from Russia, yeah.
Well, I don't know, G-Man.
Since
that
we
one went
talking,
over my head.
Since we talking Reynoso, we talking, I mean, look, we basically talking the biggest names in boxing. Somehow we went back to Wilder, Fury, and all that shit. So, did y'all see Eddie Hearn said that basically the Andy Ruiz, is a problem for Wilder, and Wilder shouldn't fight him because he would lose to Ruiz.
I saw that.
Not that he isn't right, like not that a good version, well trained by Eddie Reynoso wouldn't be a problem, but I don't know. It's just like now he's a problem because he beat AJ, and that's your investment, right? Like before that, he wasn't a problem. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it could be him hating or him trying to, poke the bear or whatever. But there's also like a person who's, doesn't have those kind of malicious like intent could still sit here and say the same thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. How's that fight play out for you guys? Is it too soon to tell? Do we need to see Wilder back, or can you guys,
Well, Wilder versus who?
Andy Ruiz.
Andy Ruiz.
Ah, man, dog. I mean, look, I'm going to tell you just straight up, man. Like, Andy would have to not get hit with that right hand. I mean, look, if you could avoid the right hand, then you got a shot.
But he got up from AJ's right hand and recovered from it well.
Not the same right hand.
According to Coach Anthony, he thinks AJ's right hand is more technically sound than Wilder's.
Yeah, maybe so, but I mean, I'm not even talking about none of that. I'm just saying who's more dangerous, whose right hand is more dangerous to me is Wilder's. Not to say that AJ can't knock you out of the ring. Yes, he can, but it's just like I said, we already know what Wilder's been credited to is that knockout power. So give it to him. That's him. That's his. He owns that. Now Andy, he owns, he knocked down AJ, he has the power to do it. So
Canelo showed us, that he's really good. That he learned from the Mayweather fight and how to roll, right? Fury showed us he learned from the first fight and he knows how to roll with those right hands. Why wouldn't the next fighter and trainer use the tape?
I mean, depending on if you look, not everything's for everybody. What worked for you is not going to work for the other guy. You're built different. Andy can't sit in there and start to try to show the roll.
We never thought Canelo would look this version of Canelo. I think it only exists because he lost to Floyd. Like, he literally took bits and pieces out of his game. He uses the shoulder roll. He rolls with right hands. There's little stuff that he stole from Floyd in the ring and out of the ring business-wise. So, I don't know.
That's a fact. That's 100.
Yeah, but talking about just using that skill is what I was trying to stick to is does it work for Andy? Does the shoulder work? I don't think it works for him. I think he'd have to just try to find other methods on how to get on the inside. I mean, look, Tyson Fury was able to pummel on Wilder. And a guy like Andy that's pummeled on AJ has a lot of confidence. He has no fear going up against these big guys. So he's confident in his punch. If he can dodge and elude that and avoid that right hand, he can probably hurt Wilder, man.
Hold on, Ness. Just to piggyback off what you're saying, Doomy, just real quick. I agree with you. I just feel like Wilder might be just a little bit more athletic than AJ. So having the shorter release, he'd be able foot speed to get out the way of the punches.
How could you say athletic, bro? How could you say he's more athletic?
I said a little bit more athletic.
In what way though? You gotta help me. You gotta make me a believer.
When you said running, like certain athletic traits that you'd have, I see Wilder having more. He's more nimble on his feet. Like AJ is a big guy. He is athletic, but he carries a lot of muscle and he's a lot stiffer. When you got all that movement.
He's evolved. I know you saw the last fight.
You've
seen him moving on his back foot, so it's a different situation right now. I mean, but look, like I said, if you feel like he's a little bit more athletic, I just wanted to know how it turns over into the ring.
I personally don't like either of their quote unquote athleticism going backwards. Wilder was taking big one steps back at a time with Fury, which caused them problems instead of getting out the way a lot sooner. And then AJ, I mean, he just looks so tentative on the back foot. He looks so overly cautious or like on point, whatever you focused, if you want to call it that. He just looks so like eyes wide open, and he's on this back foot, this big giant man that we're not used to seeing. So I didn't like either of them going backwards. And Andy probably is gonna do better going forward. So I don't know. It's a good fight. I'm telling you, I've always said it's a pay-per-view fight. I never expected it to happen, with both men losing their belts, because at the time I'm like, man, if Andy could beat AJ, that's an American pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? With all the belts, the unification, obviously AJ went on to win his belt back. And, Andy to rebuild. But, I mean, everything happens for a reason. And, I was very adamant that and hopeful that he would end up with Reynoso. That's who I picked. We did shows like, yo, who should Andy go with now that he left Manny? And I always wanted Reynoso. And I'm glad that came true. Reynoso showed how serious he was by not taking on Andy. And only taking him on with a public statement that it was a one fight thing.
It was a fight by fight basis.
Yeah, that he had to prove. What up, Francis? You over here FaceTiming me, man?
Well, yeah, I'm checking my phone, man. Something wrong with my phone. 1 second.
Yeah,
Francis got real critical right now.
The one thing too is remember we got the announcement that it was going to be Eddie, right? He even came on the show, and it was like, and I could be capping here, but it was like Andy was so respectful or so appreciative or so determined. He ended up starting a camp to go to camp to Eddie. You know what I mean? Like, don't forget, like he went to Vegas or Florida, I forgot, and worked out there for like a month. Yeah, Florida. And people were starting to question whether Eddie was even his trainer anymore. They thought that he was doing the same old shit. Like, I don't want to go there. I'm just going to work here. But it ended up being like this pre-camp, before camp.
Good call,
I think,
Mario.
just to get into shape so that he's not, you know what I'm saying, like embarrassed or I could be speculating there, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, can one of you guys pull up his quote? Benson has it if you want to make it quicker, where Andy says what he's learned thus far being with Reynoso, because I think that's telling. And that's what I mean by, like, fighters, if they change camps or just allow new eyes into their camp. So sometimes it's like a gut check. It's like, oh, shit, that's what world-class fighters do? This is how they train? Right? Because, again, you know, I've been to so many camps. I see different things and how people train and what they do or don't do, and you know, you start to see what someone is lacking, you know, at least in their training camp. And I think that was a rude awakening. You know, the quote, Ness, I sent you the video. Where did you send it, Champy? Let me look. I think that's what's most telling, that his quote where he's like, he realizes, like, bro, I wasn't training, man. I wasn't fucking working. I'm working now. This is working.
And I think he also said that there's it's just a great team all around. I mean, nutrition, strength and conditioning. I mean, you really have people that are really, really, really giving you that support, constant positivity, and then like the whole big team. I mean, look, bro, you've been calling it from the rip. You know, that it was going to be a big change. And then we've seen Oscar Valdez and what he was able to do against Miguel Burchell. So we're seeing these things come to play. So we got to give credit. And we can't just say that it worked for everybody else and it's not going to work for Andy. Andy looks like he's in shape. He pulled up his shirt. I don't know if you saw it, man, but he was in one of those training videos.
I don't even believe pictures of Andy no more because of that last one.
No, this is a video. This is a video. He pulls up his shirt, bro. His stomach was flat.
Looking in shape.
Yeah, like he's in shape,
bro.
And even the way he's throwing his hooks now, it's like, bro, he's more balanced.
He's working with Canelo strength and conditioning coach. I started following that dude after they finally released bro, that dude's a maniac, man. He trains those dudes, bro. Them dudes are getting strength and condition and I'm sure, look, and they're using like heart rate monitors. I love that.
Science. Yo, so this was the tweet, or this was the quote, sorry, from Andy when asked what he's learned of his first bout under Eddie Reynoso. He said, discipline, dedication, and training effing hard, man. Yep. So that's what
I wanted y'all to hear, man, because this is a dude that already had a world title. You know, what the hell? This is a dude that already had a world title and, you know, not had a world title, but had a world title opportunity and trained himself for that world title opportunity and then realized, damn, I wasn't able to cut it. You know, did it with Manny Robles and found out that, you know, the lavish lifestyle and being a dedicated boxer, you know, it's going to take some time for him to adjust to. And it looks like he's done that now, man. You know, it looked like he's done that. And I'm happy because there are some big fights with the name Andy Ruiz. You know, it's unfortunate he never took that Dillian White fight. That was like a $5 million offer. That would have been a fantastic fight. I know now that he watched fucking Povetkin knock him out with a left hook. He's like, my punch. That's my punch. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, got 2 super chat from. We get to Steve Munoz.
Nah, you could kick off from Joseph from Supermax's.
Okay, I can't see that one. I don't know if. Let me go back. Wait.
I mean,
yeah, go ahead. If you got it, go ahead.
All right. You got Supermax says Andy's lazy. It's gonna show. Just watch Chris got him. Damn, man. Super really thinks that Areola is gonna pull through on this one. I mean,
he is like convinced.
Super crazy. How about that?
Yeah. My man Andrew coming through says Canelo is your favorite boxer's favorite boxer. He said
Soy el jefe de jefes, señores.
Now you got Steve on the return, says Canelo about to fight 3 undefeated champions and his mandatory in less than 10 months and still being hated. Shaking my head emoji. The hate is real.
Well, you gotta take it, man. Lloyd took it. Your turn now. Show kid 2005.
Are you not entertained?
Go ahead, brother.
I think a in shape Andy beats AJ again and has a great chance against Wilder. Ness on his Tyler Perry 10 shows a day. LOL.
Yeah. Oh! Gotta work. Man. It was a lot of news and shit happening. Plus, certain interview opportunities, man. Like sometimes they don't like that morning schedule, man. Look, we ain't getting Richardson Hitchins to 11 because everybody don't wake up early like us, man. You ain't gotta be an early bird if you already got the worm. You know what I'm saying? But we trying to get that worm. So Canelo team. I was on the wrong Instagram. There's somebody out here capping to being Eddie. His name, Eddie, is Canelo team with the check. And this other dude is Team Canelo. I'm like, why am I not following? What happened here? But that was.
Oh, yeah. I saw that on Twitter yesterday. Yeah, it's like add Canelo team.
Yeah.
Show Sizzle. What up, Show Kid?
Faking the phone.
Yo, ex Bulldog Boxing.
Let me
screen coming with a super chat. Hold on, let me get the super chat real quick. TX Bulldog Boxing says quantity don't top quality. Tree emoji.
And what's that? What's that supposed to mean?
He got the fire, and just because you got a lot of garbage don't mean nothing.
God.
Or he's talking about Andy got a lot of punches, but that don't mean nothing when you got one solid right hand. When he talking about Wilder, I don't know, because he put a tree.
Yeah, Mario's Mexican, 102, bro. Yes, he is. He's Mexico. Viva Mexico.
Texas Bulldog Boxing.
But have y'all seen Andy?
I can't say him. We're not have to put the X in front of everything.
Have y'all seen Andy hitting the bag? And
Yes.
Yeah, it's the hook, bro. It's that hook.
Counterpunch. Counterpunch by CYP.
Call him Counterpunch.
See,
Andy rocking that bag.
Andy is just tearing.
That bag gotta be like 500.
Look, a counterpunch, because I guess some people don't understand what athleticism is. So they brought up the fact that AJ ran 11 seconds in 100 meters. I'm going to tell you, we all know one thing's for certain. I am the track and field expert on this show. 11 seconds is slow for a man. I don't care what you say. I coach kids and adults. Every single one of my teenage boys, they're trying to run 10 seconds, whether they play football, baseball, whatever sport they play. No man wants to run 11 seconds. My wife runs faster than AJ does. She runs 11 flat, 0-0. Understand that. She has a Wikipedia page. If you're telling me my wife, who could beat AJ, but AJ's athletic because he runs slower than my wife, and he's an athlete, you're crazy. No athlete, male, otherwise, wants to be known as an 11-second 100 guy. If you stop saying that about AJ,
cut it.
But like AJ's he's not built for track and field or
that's
speed.
what I was thinking.
He does that to complement the rest of his regime and explosiveness and work on certain things. But like, I get it. I get what CYP's saying, but like, it's not the comparison and contrast is different because of what type of athlete you're talking about.
Well, I remember watching this documentary where it said like why it's impossible, or not impossible, but why it's so hard to get your time under 10 or time under 9. I can't remember, but anyway, 11 seconds. I don't know. I mean, he's like a big dude, like, and doesn't train for is it like explosive running? I don't even know what to call it.
That's what sprints are for, though. That's
Yeah.
Sprint is to work on explosiveness, get that heart rate up real fast.
I mean, look.
But damn, CYP's wife out here smoking fools.
I'm just saying.
She's smoking cat
or girl. I don't know if he said wife. Okay.
Yeah, he did say wife. But listen, I don't follow track and field, so maybe he could tag us in some 6'6", 258-pound.
Yeah,
Good call.
Usain Bolt is tall. I don't know if he weighs 258, but he's got to weigh 200.
If AJ was in track and field, the self-proclaimed expert would tell AJ to lose weight if he was choosing to run. He ain't gonna tell AJ to stay at 258. That shit don't make sense.
Usain Bolt weighed 207 pounds when he won his gold medal.
207.
I seen a race the other day between him and
207. Yo, let me
and
hear
he's
AJ.
6'5".
Yo, let me hear AJ.
5,
I want to hear AJ singing. Hold up. Yo, AJ, I fuck with AJ, man. I wish things would have been
getting
different.
it on in the 90s.
I wish things would have been different, bro. I love
Maloto
karaoke.
said give CYP the counter punch, all right? Just so you know.
You mean boomerang?
Boomerang.
I love karaoke, and every time you see AJ, he on the mic, man. What's up, man? AJ think he a karaoke star.
Yo, he ain't afraid. You're going to see him on Dancing with the Stars. You're going to see.
Yo, look at all this he got on. He got on 2 weighted vests plus 2 kettlebells. But why? Is this for Instagram or something?
Nah, bro. It's called Motro training.
I mean, why not just like fucking grab a Mario? You the weightlifter. Why not just get a fucking barbell with the weight, right? Instead of putting all that shit on.
Mario, you could do different.
Is Mario gone again?
Do different
center of gravity, stability.
Yeah, you could do different things. Like you're able to like move more freely. You're able to do different things. Like
he got the Joe Rogan kettlebells and shit.
I despise. Let me tell you, I despise those boots he wearing. Them shits look like fucking thigh highs and shit. I hate that he wears those boots, man.
He's paying homage to the great one, man. Ali, man.
Man, Ali would have never wore them shits. First of all, Under Armour ain't even fucking exist when Ali was out here with them long.
Talking about in terms of the height of the boots. Ali had white boots and they were high.
Shits look like hooker boots. My man got on knee highs. He the only dude wearing knee highs in boxing.
On it that make you feel that way. It's the patent leather on it, man. Chill.
I wonder what those feel like when you wear them.
Why is he the only dude wearing knee highs in boxing? That's all I'm saying, man.
Because he's setting the trend, man.
Yo,
ain't nobody following that shit.
Not yet.
Not yet. The paleteria. What was your role there, and how did that help
remember,
you?
man, the younger generation coming up. We'll see. We'll be here to see.
Rue ain't shit. Oh man.
Yo, so who Manny Robles? Does Manny Robles still train Charles Martin? Because that's gonna be interesting if he is, right? Huh?
He should be. He should be, man. He did well with him. Let
me double check. He should be.
Why would he even walk away? Look good.
Yo, man, boxing ain't the same, man. I mean, I'm a TV watcher, but like no official, like these press conferences don't even look the same. It's not the same feel. Everybody got the same footage because now they like mass, they send it to everybody. I don't even upload that shit. You know what I mean? It's just like everybody got the same shit. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. Fights don't feel the same anymore, man.
Yes, he is with Manny Robles, just to let you guys know. Confirmed.
Really?
Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ.
Wow.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Wow. So, wow. Okay. Manny is I wonder what's gonna happen because Hunter came on here and said that what's his name pulled out that fight. Oh, it's not Team Robles? Damn, let me see. Manny boxing? What's Manny shit? Oh, there.
Who pulled out? You talking about Charles Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Well, he didn't.
But
he didn't
injury,
pull out of a fight with Michael Hunter.
He pulled out
declined.
Of an eliminator.
He declined. No.
Yes.
He declined to take the IBF
eliminator.
Yes,
with Michael Hunter.
I mean, I guess, like, yes, theoretically you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, it wasn't like they were going to fight no matter what, or they were going to fight regardless of a belt. Like, he walked away from the IBF chance. That's what he did. And we all know it's probably because of Wilder, right?
I mean, he walked away from fighting Hunter for the mandatory position. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, yeah, you could put it that way, I guess. All I was trying to decipher or say was that it wasn't like they were like trying to work a fight between those two. It was like they were bringing them together for the IBF eliminator. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like Martin was going to go that route regardless of IBF or not.
Martin wasn't going to go. I don't know what you mean. Martin's been in that position for a while. I mean, the fact that he's not going this route only has me to believe that they're going to try and petition for Wilder Martin to be like a second mandatory or an interim title.
Well, that's the rumor. But that's not at all like what's going on right now. And Martin was in that position. But think about it in this sense. Like, if Michael Hunter doesn't take that fight, then it goes to Hrgovic now. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he walked away from that chance at the IBF. But for like a better reason in his mind, maybe, or like to take a bigger shot, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know either, champ.
But Yildirim in 3.
Yildirim in
3? Damn.
Yildirim in 3, man.
And then you become a millionaire and you retire.
Yo, what's the odds on that, Francis? The praying mantis?
On the Yildirim in 3?
Yeah.
Tell you right now. Give me 3 seconds.
Yo, whoever bets on Avni and this upset happens, this is not like. Why wouldn't you want to throw?
Yo, why does his name sound like he's a weenie?
Damn, why you had to get at him like that?
What happened?
Yo, I'm saying.
Yo, he's gonna. All right, wait. You guys keep knocking on this guy. Watch. Hey, everybody knocked on Buster Douglas, and Buster Douglas wasn't even like, known as Avni is in the underground. At least he's like, a guy that's been in there as a sparring partner, and
plus 550.
Plus 550.
Yes, sir.
For Canelo to knock him out in 3?
In 3.
Damn, that's pretty low, man. What the fuck? How much is one round? Didn't Eubank do it in the first?
Yeah, so I'll give you the first 3 rounds. The first round is plus 600. Second round is plus 550. Third round is plus 550. If you want to go knockout between 1 to 3, it's going to be plus 150.
Why so low? They trash.
Because they think he's going to do it in that time. That's why. They're not going to give him the super odds. Like, okay, round
what about
10,
group?
12?
What about group? Give me groups 1 through 3. How much is that? Like a plus 250 at least?
150.
Damn.
If you want to go, okay, it goes 1 through 3 is plus 150. 4 through 6 is plus 162. 7 through 9 is 375. And 10 through 12 is plus 1200. They don't even see him getting past the 9th round, bro.
Damn. He better not.
Yo, when he stopped Cove.
When he stopped Yildirim. I mean, the other dude, what's his name? Filden.
He stopped.
That was in like 3 or 4.
3, bro. He got him in the 3rd round. Yeah, but he got Sergey at the 11th, so he's still dangerous. You know what I'm saying? At that, even at 11th round, man. Yo, Canelo can knock you out at the last round in the last minute. Like you can't sleep.
I ain't no Pitbull had a pod. Everybody fucking doing podcasts, huh?
Yep, everybody doing podcasts.
Everybody, put your hands in the air.
Yo, the like my biggest problem too with this weekend, or my one of my problems is I thought they would work harder to make the undercard better.
What's the undercard looking like? I haven't even.
It's Julio Cesar Martinez,
which is like the only fight.
Which is trained by Edwin also at the flyweight champion. WBC is taking on his number 1, I think it is, ranked opponent, which is McWilliams Arroyo.
McWilliams Arroyo. They're fighting for the WBC flyweight.
Right.
And then
Same fight. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. No, and then Zhang and Jerry Forrest is a good fight too.
Lil Zhang is fighting Jerry Forrest as the third fight, so that should be a good fight. And then the other cards underneath is not Keyshawn Davis, who is a decorated amateur and an Olympic hopeful. He was supposed to go to 2020 Olympics in Tokyo. When he got cancer, he decided to go pro. So he's making his pro debut on this card here as well. So that's pretty
100% right. Yeah, Diego Pacheco is on the undercard too.
Man.
He's 10-0. He's an LA fighter. But you know,
call him the 6'4" monster. Why super middleweight division got so much big dudes, man? You got Benavidez, you know what I mean? Now you got Pacheco coming up as like huge, man, 6'4", big for the division.
Yeah, he's fighting.
I just want to say,
go ahead.
Shout out to J Balvin, man. I appreciate that he enjoys boxing. He always reposting, and he sent Canelo like some custom. What's those called? Jump. I don't even know what they called, man. The old Jordans. Remember the old ones? They like the flat ones. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. They almost look like the regular NYC.
I think there's a new name for them shits. I don't know. I forgot, man. But whatever. And and he be posting like he even posted PD.
So I can see.
I gotta go all the way back, bro. He even posted little PD Pablo, the Dominican. He be always posting like these right here. I think they call Uptowns, right? These Uptowns, but these are definitely custom. J Balvin sent them. But anyway, he be posting Edgar Belanga. Like I love that Chappelle does that, and Morgan. You know, he takes people on. He took fucking Chris under the wing, and Belanga. Fat Joe does it. I'm just happy that those dudes be true.
Oh, I see them now. Them colorful joints.
Yeah. Those the ones.
Them shit's colorful as hell. Those shits look like a hippie dye shirt.
They cool though.
Yo, how the hell does Doomy always see this before I do? I don't get it.
I'd rock them for sure.
Oh yeah, I see him. Yo, those are.
Nah, you got it. You
know what they call?
Those are
dunks.
You got Jordan.
You gotta have style to rock shoes like that, man. You can't rock shoes like that if you ain't got no flavor.
Word.
Yo, where I'm from, they call dunks. That's what we used to call them.
Dunks, yeah.
I was gonna say it, bro, but I didn't want to be
Those
wrong.
are high top dunks because I got low top dunks. Those are high top dunks. Yeah.
Yeah, those are definitely highs. Yeah, but those are the Jordan ones though.
That's what I was about to say. Those are the ones, but they, you know what? They look similar.
What? Yeah. No. You right. They do.
Yeah. But they custom, and I like the smiley face on the tongue. That's pretty cool. That's dope.
Yo, you know which ones I loved? You know Jose. I think it was Canelo gave Jose Ramirez some, or Nike made a Canelo edition with the Mexican,
of what?
Of
Nike?
of the dunks.
Of the retro ones? No, they did not. They did not.
That's it. Mario's going on the hunt.
Listen, let me tell you. Before you send me
I tried to buy
on a wild goose chase.
Brother, my girl sent them to me. I tried to buy them. Them shits was sold out. Jose Ramirez got a picture on his Instagram somewhere with him. Let me try and find it. But yeah, man.
Serious?
How
the hell did I never see that?
They either Canelo's or Mexican Pride edition. Like,
yo, when Instagram or Facebook or Twitter can get to the level of like, oh, this dude, he's like, he follows Jordan stuff. Oh, he likes boxing. Oh, well, maybe he'll like these Canelo. Like when they get kids to that level, yo, they could take all my data. They can have all my data. They could share it with everybody in the world.
Ramirez wears them a lot,
Doomy,
so
like,
watch I find him easy. He wears them a lot. I always see him having them shits on too. He wear them a few times. I'ma find them.
Dude's in.
Bro, I know what you're talking about. He didn't. That's not the dunk. He didn't buy the dunks. He bought the.
Bro, they dunks. You tripping right now?
No, they're not. They're the retro ones, but they're the.
Oh my God! He deleted this shit. Called. Man, this dude didn't delete it. Stop playing, Jose.
Damn, I'm watching. I see these where he got the.
He said, "Nah, champ, you ain't getting these."
Yo, I hate when dudes do that and girls. Like, why are you deleting? Like, oh no, I only want to have 21 posts on my page. Man, what the fuck?
I know that's weird, right? I don't get why people.
Who the fuck goes back and deletes everything they post? Like, you got too much time on your hands, you bored motherfucker. Sitting on the toilet, deleting all your posts from last year and shit. Go get a job, man. Go do something with your life, man. Lose some fucking weight.
Yo,
Look at that stunt on everybody.
Why would you even want to erase your post?
Like he be reading books on the
I
while
don't
he taking
know,
shits.
man, but I'm not
Where
taking this, man.
He really took the shoes down. Oh, so now you only
Nah,
got.
bro, they never existed.
Man, you tripping, man.
I'm playing.
I'm about to ask my
What?
girl to resend this
So
shit.
wait, so you're saying you delete your girl's messages that you don't have it no more?
Messages? What are we talking about?
You
here?
said she sent you, or she sent you on what?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her to send it to me again. Man, damn, I would have to. It's buried. You know how many messages?
What color are they?
White with the Mexican colors. I'm telling you.
Oh no, never mind.
This dude got him on in one of these pictures. I can't believe he would delete it, man. He tripping.
Maybe they were like, "Yo, these are." No, never mind. He probably would have stunted on people if nobody else could get him.
As a killing us that we don't know J's and between dunks and J's, man. What you mean, man? I know the difference between ones and dunks.
Who don't know dunk? I don't know nothing,
Dunk
man.
I don't know nothing about
I don't wear none of
That
that
said,
shit,
where
man.
he grew up, they called him dunks, and I've heard him call Jordan 1s dunks before.
Yeah. In my hood,
Dude,
they call dunks.
there are dunks. They're Nike dunks. Yes,
Yeah.
there are dunks shoes, Nike dunks.
That's blasphemy.
Those are
If you
dope,
call-
but they're probably better basketball.
If you call the ones dunks, that's blasphemy, man.
Bruh.
I'm a
1, 2, 3. Just give me some plain black NYCs and I'm good, man.
Oh, yo.
I don't know what that is.
Look,
I'm
check
trying
it
to
out.
go to
Y'all
this
see
hashtag
if
now
you-
because that's crazy. We can't
Nah,
find
bro,
these
that
shits.
it's gone. You got me scrolling all the way down to the bottom of his pictures, and I ain't seen
He
no
deleted
goddamn
it. He
Air
deleted
Force.
it. He deleted it. It's all good, but I'm gonna find them.
You know why I'm not mad at you though? Because I scrolled all the way down. I found the Ring magazine back from when I first started with the Boxy Voice in 2012, and they got Rasheed Warren on there. They got Jose Ramirez on there. They got AJ on there. Andre Ward, De La Hoya, right? And I had that one. I have it signed by Ramirez, by EJ, by who else? A couple other people from that class, and I lost it. I can't find it. I think my brother stole it from me.
It's a wrap, man. That shit is gone, man. It's gone. But
What's big?
y'all missed it, man. It's out there. All you gotta do is probably go to Nike and shit. It's out there.
Nah, you ain't gonna be.
Matter
able
of
to go
fact,
there.
I should do that, right? I should like Google Nike and like Mexican shoe. Nike dunk Mexican.
Yo, we on the hunt for the
Jordan retro ones.
You know what I'm saying, for the golden age
Look, man, that shit
Canelo
was,
sneakers.
why was that so simple, man? I'm out, and look, they fucking inflated the price. I don't even know if these is the ones. These look slightly different. This,
They playing
this
with
is
you.
it. No, this is it.
Who-
I remember that
Who
name.
said?
I remember the name, Paul Rodriguez. So I got the story confused.
Yeah,
the Paul Rodriguez gave to Ramirez and Canelo. That's what happened. Here they go. I'm screen sharing. Let me see if they got other ways to show you the picture of them. Here we go.
GB,
Nah, you know what?
90 Max Gang.
Look at them shit.
I'm
These
not
shits
hating
fire.
because
These fire.
yo,
I'm not
first of
Mexican,
all,
and
Ness,
I would,
they're
I
called-
would murder these, man.
No.
Yeah, they're dope.
Bro, I would wear these all day. But that
they kind of look like
235
baseballs though. Like
I ain't paying
somebody trying to make a
235.
baseball.
I ain't paying $235 for them whack shits. 'Cause
So
they
those
not
are the ones
comfortable.
though?
Yeah, these are the ones. But
Yeah,
they're not
they're
as comfortable.
called Paul Rodriguez boxing shoes.
Yeah.
They look
Yeah,
good
so-
though, bro.
They nice, but they not that comfortable. I know he's a skateboarder. That's the crazy thing. But like he's into boxing, and that's why they call Mexican boxing.
I like them.
Yeah, man.
Them shit's dope.
The
Those are
detailing is what's
dunks.
killing it right now. The
Yeah.
detail is retarded.
I like the lining on the whole stitching. That shit's dope.
But
All
that's-
right, Chan, you put us on. You put us on right now. Paul Rodriguez, Mexican boxing. These are NYC's is Air Force Ones, right? Mario.
Oh, they Air
Yeah, the Air Forces shit.
The Air Forces? What about them?
I call them NYC's.
Kieran, you
Oh,
must
okay.
be Haitian, motherfucker. He talking about he thought I was socks and sandals. Yo, see that's like CYP. I mean PBC saying horchatas and shit to Canelo, you little jerk. I got you.
Bro, these shoes are not 235. They're by size. At my 11s, I wear size 11 or 325.
Damn. No, I'm telling you, when they first came out, sold out same day, bro. For the right price, you know, I would never pay the inflation price.
And they call him Paul Rodriguez Mexican boxing, which I don't fully understand. Paul Rodriguez is a comedian.
No, he's a skateboarder. He's a skateboarder.
Oh shit! I thought they were yo. My bad. Yo, you stunned on me because, bro, I thought you was talking about Paul Rodriguez, the famous.
You said you skateboarding, champ.
Who is Mexican and a big boxing fan. That's kind of weird.
Remember the dunks? Dunks are famously used by skateboarders because of that leather on the side when they do the ollie. It grinds. You know, there's an extra patch of leather there so they don't get the hole in the shoe.
They call him P-Rod.
Yo. The lace buckle, what's it called? You know that snap at the very bottom of the shoe?
No.
Yeah, the little logo where the little logo is.
Yo, that's a belt. It's a title belt. That is.
I'm telling you, those shit.
I get them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for that $140.
Dog, they look good.
What?
Yo, that's stimulus. Yo, Nike about to get my whole next stimulus check.
What?
Yeah.
What are we talking about, Flippers?
We were still talking about the shoes.
Still talking about the shoes. I think I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna cop them.
Which ones? Those Mexican ones?
The P-Rod, the P-Rod joints.
Holy shit!
After I win for Border Wars, I'm gonna tell my wife. I'm gonna say, man, you know, if you really proud of me, you buy me these joints.
You ballin'.
Yo, skateboarding is tough.
Dog, them shits is not comfortable. Have you ever had dunks?
Yo,
I've had dunks.
Ness used to skateboard all over the place.
They're not comfortable, man. Them shit's flat as hell. They flat and hard bottoms, man. That shit weird.
Shit, my bad. Bernie just let me know. Paul Rodriguez is a comedian. Well, I knew that, but his son is a skater.
Yeah,
Paul Rodriguez Jr. Thank you, my man.
I just peeped that
Look
too.
at that, yo. That's crazy. I ain't even know.
You said Christmas colors.
Yo, Mike, why you hating, man? Why you hating? Mexico was around before Christmas.
Nah, Chris, all right. Them shit's gonna crease on the first day.
You gotta walk with your toes pointed in the air, like.
Bro,
I can't do that. That's why I stopped being a sneakerhead, bro. I couldn't do it no more. I couldn't do it.
I got arthritis in my foot from
walking like you got club foot
since I was like 12 years old.
I ain't gonna lie though. I beat the hell out of my taxis, right? My Jordans. But my lady, she surprised me for Christmas, and she got me those again. And I caught myself doing it again. Pointing up, so I don't crease them. Man, I'm bringing these shits out once in a while.
Wait, you got Jordans?
Yeah, I got some Jordans. I had the olive 9s too, and
I don't know names. You literally got to show me. I don't know nothing about Jordans. I don't do that, yo.
My first pair of Jordans ever was the Taxi 12s, man.
I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna have to Google
ever, like, I was like,
how old are you? You're like, I was like 19.
No, I was like 8, 9, somewhere around.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like right now, you're like 19 years old. Those came out when I was like, fuck, I don't even want to say.
Taxi 12.
Yeah, 12, whatever.
Ew, what color
they're
you
the 12s.
had?
No,
what color you had?
The black and white. The taxis, the black and white.
Black and white with the taxi in the bottom.
Bruh, and this is another. Listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing. They made so many Jordans, it devalued the sneaker, even though it's a very expensive sneaker. But I'm from the East. I stopped even thinking about Jordan sneakers. Once my man got shot in line trying to buy them, I was done. It's like, yo, dudes out here killing themselves over sneakers? I'm good. And these is ugly. Let me just screen share. Y'all tripping, man. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, they ugly. They ugly to you.
Dudes get caught up.
They ugly to you.
Y'all get,
you better go ahead with that shit.
Y'all get caught up in names, man. These shits look doo-doo.
Bro, I will wear those to my dad's funeral. Stop
Word
it.
is born. You hating.
I don't know why I went dark with it, but I just wanted to say I will wear.
Hey yo, you know how
I had to make them understand, dude.
You know how many compliments I get for them fucking taxis, bro?
Bruh, because everybody's a sneakerhead, so you get a compliment.
Not everybody's a sneakerhead.
I mean, they giving you. Let me just tell you something. They giving you respect. They giving you respect because you wearing a shoe that came out in 1997. And like, oh shit, my man into collecting shoe. That's it. They ain't giving you respect because them shits fly.
Bro, that's your opinion. Get out of here.
All right. Them shits double wood, man.
They give
What? Double wood?
No, you got the whole chat saying you crazy, dog.
Dog, listen to me. And the whole chat, was spending money. The whole chat was the ones crazy and fucking lying about these hoopties.
I'm gonna respect your opinion.
Shit's garbage, man.
He said
Shit's by Suda, B. Them shits look like skateboarder shoes with that piece of leather going around the side.
All right, so what kind of sneaker is appealing to you? Because I gotta know now.
You know what's appealing.
I gotta know what Jordans.
Like what you got in the closet right now that's like fly as hell.
You know what's appealing to me. You know the only thing I wear. You know me and Belanga said it the best. Once one of my shits get old enough, my black ones get older, I'm a train in them shits, man. I only
think that them Yeezys is ugly.
I only wear the most comfortable. And listen, and guess what?
He said ass.
Yo, hey Francis, and guess what? Everyone is entitled to their opinion. I don't get upset like y'all. Like I only wear the most comfortable.
I was looking at Dewey's face when he said that. No. Listen,
that's the
first
most
of all, can we at least all
made.
agree that the Yeezys that look like Crocs are ugly as fuck?
I don't wear none of those numbers, man. I only wear the old Yeezy. I don't wear
no.
Yeezy
man. Got Crocs coming out.
I know, and they got flip flops. I don't wear none of that shit. I don't wear none of that
gross.
Shit.
I'm sorry. I mean, I don't like Crocs, but at least when people wear them, like, yeah, it's a vibe. Yo, those are ugly.
And that's where Reebok classics.
Yo, first
I like
of all,
Reebok classics.
First of all, my man who said that he wears K-Swiss and a Kango hat. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
fuck out of here.
What's wrong with
the
what's wrong with the Reebok classics?
I love Reebok classics.
Yo, I don't fuck with
I grew up poor. This was what we had. Nigga.
No Reebok classics.
You know what the best shoe was though? Growing up that I had was the Rodmans because they were cheap as hell. You could buy it, you could own them. You know what I'm saying? And they look fly. Like,
what do you mean you can own them?
Yo, no,
like they weren't
Reebok
like these
classics.
shoes like Doomies. You know what I'm saying? Where it's really hard to find, and you want to find them, you're gonna pay that up price. Like, shit, I got those at the next to Payless.
Yeah.
Yo,
easy. So I can't front like the one that's be talking about. I think them shoes one of the most comfortable shoes I've put on. Period. To date.
what I do here.
Francis, you told me
pillows.
Francis told me in Texas he got every color.
No. You got every color. I don't.
You told me that.
No, I did not. I said I got a few colors.
In the backyard, early in the morning.
Francis got every color.
Yo,
hey, dog, you giving out small business loans?
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Hey, yo, I woke up. He was already outside smoking in his sleep clothes. He had on Yeezys in his. He got a pair of Yeezys just like for house slippers. He had on Yeezys in his sleep. He still had on pajamas. But he had on Yeezys and he outside smoking. I'm like, oh shit.
I heard he got a pair to cut the grass too. That's what I heard. I don't know.
He might, and that's when we got into the conversation. He told me like, bro, these the most comfortable
other than
shoes.
Ness, other than Yeezys, what you got in the closet that fly?
I got a few Nike. I gotta Google the name. The ones with the big air bubble in the back. Not the Max, because I wear they might be Max, but I don't think they Max. You know what I'm saying? But they got a bubble like the Max. You know I love them shits. I'm gonna go get them. Nah, I ain't gonna get them. My house so big now. That shit way over there.
Nah,
you know
I like to see them. You don't got no.
You need a walkie-talkie.
You guys got any designer sneakers? Any designer sneakers?
Bad. Go to the West Wing and get them. Nah.
Give me some grape juice too.
If you chirp somebody, chirp. Hey, can you bring my shit?
Nah, but
I got the Jordan 4s, the red and white. Those are probably like the most expensive shoes.
It just came to me. I know the name. It just came to me. I'm gonna Google it. It's called Nike Air Max 270s. Those one of my favorite, but those are like the dunks. Like once you wear them shits, they're gonna get crinkly in the front because it's very soft leather. Very soft.
Yeah, we got.
Those are comfortable as hell.
270. That's your like.
That's one of my.
Those are comfortable. though.
No, this ain't it. Not 270. Sorry, let me find it again. I'm googling it
You
to
mean
try.
the Air Max 97s?
No.
Let me hit y'all with the super chat.
No?
Cannabis Cove says, Ness, stop it. You be rocking the, what are those?
Oh, yeah. Here they go. They Nike Air Force 270s. I got this pair
the
right
Air
here.
Force 2s?
I got this pair right here. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's on eBay for $1,000. Nah, it's only for $160. That's whack, yo. Why they only selling them for $160 on eBay right now? They hating on my shoe.
Them shit still.
You know
Listen,
they
man.
fire. You know these fire, do me. You know you used to love these shits. You was like,
I do. Them shits is comfortable.
Look at these shits, bro. I got these. I got these for sure. I got these. I love these shits. I love these shits. And then I got some. Let me see if they got them down here. I always wanted these, but they always sold out, man. And they only be out there in the kids.
Are you even sharing with YouTube?
Of course.
He's not.
Of course.
Nothing's popped up. There it is. My bad, dog. I was talking shit right before it came on.
I got
Those
these
nasty.
270s in a few colors, man. In a few colors, I got those 270s for real.
They call them the Ronald McDonald's. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
No McDonald's. Yo, G in Dallas says Ness only rock with them BKs. Laughing emojis.
Damn, Air Force 2s are sick.
on
I love them.
Yo, wait a minute. Is he talking about British Nikes or something like that?
Yeah, the British Knights.
Bruh, you just showed your age, you old man, you. Listen, look, I got this pair right here. Look, I got this pair in the closet. I ain't even wear it yet. This all white. This gonna be for when like border wars and shit. Like, look at this. This is summer. This a Miami pair, man. This a summer in Miami pair, man. Y'all motherfuckers don't know about style. This ain't no dump. Look at that shit, B. Yo, that's a classic right there, B.
All right.
Yo.
All right.
How did that? That's Zoomy? Nice.
Yo, Kendrick, I was gonna go light on you. I was gonna go light on you when we fight. Now it's on. Talking about I got no style, bro. You tripping right now. This shoe is a classic right now, man.
Be honest. What's the craziest pair of sneakers that when you were young, right? I'm talking about, under 18, and you was like, yo, I want those, and you ended up getting them, and then now looking back in retrospect, you're thinking like, what the hell was I thinking?
Yo,
I have
one. I'll tell you which one. Go first, Doomy. Go first.
Yo, y'all remember the LA Gears? With the little light in the back?
Hell yeah.
Yo, everybody wanted
those,
bro. And around the same time, the Felines had come out with like different lines, the M's,
yeah,
the
Felines,
V's.
They came up with the
I'm gonna show y'all the one. I had the
That was the one, do we?
The LA Gears, bro. I think about it and I was like, what the hell was I thinking as a kid, man? I just wanted them little lights.
I would rock LA Gears right the fuck now if they had them myself.
Bro, not unless I'm shuffle dancing. What do they call that? Shuffle stepping or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Look, this was my first pair. I don't even got this one no more because I'm telling you, the leather on these shits is trash. They wrinkle. But, man, you telling me this ain't a one-off, man? You go to anywhere with these on dressed the right way. I mean, because, all sneakers ain't you know. But this is the fire right here, man. This is fire right here. This was the first one that got me into it. Like, yo.
Yo, before it pops up, Mr. CY. Nice. Mr. CYP said Ness rocks the air squirts. Neil approved. Air squirts? What are air squirts?
I don't know, but it sounds funny.
Sounds great.
Yo, honestly, them shits is. I'm trying to find mine. No, the one that he was just showing right there, the 270 Air Force.
But how about you, friends? What was some sneakers you was like, damn, I wanted to, now you're like.
They Converse, but they Converse and they had like patent leather on the outside. They were the high top. They look like a boat, man. I was trying to find the name of it. Now I'm looking back and I'm like, yo, what the hell was I thinking wearing that shit, man? I thought,
no, you just reminded me for mine. It was these Lacoste white shoes, right? And I thought they were clean. And in the back, it would have like a different color, right? Like I had navy blue or whatever. And I thought, yo, these are dope. And then I'll never forget, I was getting into it with this girl at lunch, right? Because I had broke up with her friend. And she was just like, she was trying to play the deuces on me, right? Or, playing the dozens or whatever. So she was just talking shit, making fun of me. And she goes, man, shut the fuck up with your school nurse shoes. Bro, I never wore those motherfuckers.
Wow,
she ruined it for me. I was like, damn, man, I had to wear that shit happened at lunch. I had to wear that shit for like 4 hours.
Everybody was looking at your shoes,
bro,
like, what are those?
Nurse shoes on, bro. Don't even.
Yeah, I don't like them. But that bubble thing in the back, I don't like it. That's my whole thing. The bubble in the back of the Air Force 270.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the big bubble. I was never a fan of like the big bubble like that, unless it's like the 97s, I think it is. But it's not big. It's kind of, you know what I mean, small.
I've always liked Air Maxes because they're comfortable.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
they're pretty comfortable. Some of the Air Maxes actually have the bubble all across the whole sole. But the oh snap, Mofongo bringing it back, dog. Remember the Reebok pumps? I had a pair.
I got a pair.
Dope.
I got a pair now.
I need to get one now, dog.
Oh, if you have them now, you stunting.
I would love to get
me had that shit, man.
That would be dope.
Ramiro.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they going in on this right now. Damn, the Reebok pumps. Oh, the Ewings. Remember
Fat
the
Farms, bro? I completely forgot about Fat Farm until the moment I saw Ramiro's message.
I didn't even know that they had
shoes.
Yeah.
Clothing line.
Yeah, clothing. Yeah, but Fat Farm shoes. Damn, I can't remember that.
Yeah, they were like they kind of look like skater shoes a little bit.
Fat Farm was it, man. I had Fat Farm shoes.
I had clothes. Had some Fat Farm shirts. Yeah, damn.
I was poor when I was little. Like we would shop to pay less. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get no good shoes. It wasn't until I got older and I could work. You know what I mean? And I would, bro. Like
that's why I said, yo, what you gotta get K-Swiss, because I grew up. I didn't have one all the time. Like shit, I had to rock K-Swiss at some time. Yo,
I wore Airwalks.
Come on, dog. You act like I ain't had the Jordache sneakers. You know what I'm saying?
I
had Air. How about Air with Jordan going the other way? Yeah, that shit said Air. Jordan
going the other. Jordan not dunking. He doing the alley oop.
It was Air with an E.
Dog, trust me, man. Been through it, man.
Yo, so we got about 20 minutes before Hitchins comes on. If he wakes up, no message as of yet back. So somebody said that this turned into Untitled, and I said, you know what? I'm going to knock out Untitled. David Maldonado says, I know you guys aren't historians, and I know y'all don't do pound for pound lists, but if you could, what's your all-time top 5 pound for pound list? For me, on that all-time pound for pound list, I have Floyd Mayweather Jr. at number 2, or maybe 3, behind Sugar Ray Robinson and Ali. The only 2 fighters today that are legends or almost legends are Manny Pacquiao and Canelo Alvarez. With that being said, what does each of these fighters need to do in order to surpass Floyd on the all-time list? Let's talk about it. Manny and Canelo, what do they need to do? Man, I think they're both on track. Not to pass Floyd. I think it's, everyone has their own destiny and, their own story. But I think Manny losing to Floyd and coming back and able to beat Keith Thurman, and that just shows my consistency. I value Tyson because he beat my guy. I value Porter because he beat my guy. I value Thurman because he beat my guy. And Manny beat my guy. And at 41, he did that, So he's up there with George Foreman, winning a title after 40 with B-Hop. Like, he is legend, man. Manny is Will Smith, man. He is legend. Now, Canelo, he's on track. I'm sorry, Mario. Canelo, he's on track. I guess, undisputed. I would really like him to pick off Better Beef, but, the title says it, right? His critics want him to move to 175 because, they want to see him lose. So I guess he's done with 75, but I still think he can do Better Beef, without a doubt.
Yeah, I would say and I'm sorry, I was trying to pull up this thing the whole time. I don't know why I was scrolling, but I would say you're right. And with Manny Pacquiao, you got to remember too, it's one of those things where you gotta remember how big that dude was and how big he came up. That's kind of like what's going on with Canelo. It's like he's fighting outside of what you would think a guy like that should be fighting. or at least he's pushing the boundaries. But I don't know. Right now, I don't think, and I'm just being real. I hate saying this, but I don't think that there's anything that either one of them could do to pass Floyd up at this point. You know, to be undefeated, to go through as many weight classes as he did, because you can give that to Pacquiao, right? You can give him the fact that he won 8 titles. And by the way, I think in sports, winning 8 titles in 8 different divisions is an unbeatable record. I don't think we ever see anybody that beats that record. That said, Floyd beat him. So what's the argument now? You know what I'm saying? And you could talk about size difference, and that's an argument I'd listen to, like pound for pound, who is better. But Floyd, I mean, he was unhittable. You know, you ask people what superhero, you know, power would you want? You know, would you want to be able to take as much damage as you can and never, or would you rather be like a small guy that has, like, you know, strength that's slightly above what they would expect? You know what I'm saying? It's not even a real superhero. But yeah, I don't think they can. Unless Canelo were to go up and just obliterate Tyson Fury, AJ, and Wilder, there's no way he gets past Floyd on my list.
I mean, at what point does Canelo moving up like get credit? Like, how could he?
He gets credit, but Floyd did that too. Floyd 147. Floyd is he was an undersized guy for a lot of those fights at 154.
But Floyd stopped moving up at 47. I think he moved up for Oscar to 54 one time, and for Cotto to 54 one time. You know, but he never, you know, went past that. People wanted, okay, the same way people want, you know, like Charlo to face Canelo. People wanted Triple G versus Mayweather. His father would always say no, that he ain't going to 160. But let's not act like that wasn't a thing. And, you know, he didn't do that. You know, Canelo wasn't expected. Like, bro, 2 years ago, if we would have had a show that Canelo would have won a title at 68 and 75, you know, we just couldn't fathom that. We didn't know he was going to go up that far. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when is he going to get credit for that? Like, when is he going to get credit for going up? Like, he started at 140.
He is getting credit.
No, don't sound like it.
He is getting credit. I mean, for more, everybody's recognizing for being the king pound for pound right now. That is pretty much the ultimate recognition, because if you can dominate, you know what I'm saying, being the cash cow and the man of boxing for any amount of years, you know what I mean, with a living legend still a part of the sport, is amazing. It's tremendous. Because remember, no matter what point of the sport that Floyd was a part of it, he was always considered one of the top, you know what I'm saying, pound for pound, if not the pound for pound. With Manny being a living legend right now, Canelo's here being the pound for pound. There wasn't a younger fighter challenging Floyd or being above Floyd on the pound for pound list.
And here's the other issue with it too. It's like my man barely lost a round, right, Doomy?
Who, Floyd?
Floyd, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he seldom ever lost, especially towards the end of his career after Pretty Boy. You know, he was definitely making guys look kind of amateur. You know, but the question was, is Canelo or Manny gonna make it to that legend?
No, he said surpass. What they got to do to surpass Floyd? I said they can't. Everybody got their own story.
So surpass Floyd on the all-time list? Jeez, it's all a matter of perspective, man. I mean, Manny has had more titles at more weight classes, right? He's an eight division world champion or something like that. I don't want to say something wrong, but he has that much more. Obviously, he has losses. I mean, what dictates you being at the top? Your O? It's just gonna be a matter of opinion, man. But Manny's up there for sure. I'd say Canelo's on his way, but he got mad haters, so it's gonna be a little bit harder for him.
To make sure I respond, because I was piggybacking off Mario's comment, to make sure I respond to the question that was asked, I feel like they can't do anything. Like Ness said, everybody got their own path. Floyd has cemented his path and his legacy. It's gonna be it's gonna take somebody super special to supersede the footsteps that he has laid. You understand?
I just
to
don't
walk
think
in those same exact footsteps, and that's going to be difficult. Same thing like being an 8 division champion. Another one is going to be quite difficult to see somebody else accomplish something like that, like Manny did. And for what Canelo's doing right now, you know what I'm saying, to see somebody else come and do it is going to be, and he's still writing the rest of his story. So it's hard to really put a point on that.
I just don't think that it's achievable. Look, with everything that Floyd has done, he's not greater or higher on the list than Ali, right? So it's like everyone is everyone. Everyone has their own.
Something though, as you gotta look at it with an unbiased eye in this situation. That Ali's achievements outside of the ring definitely weighs a big part into his accomplishments inside the ring, thus being the disadvantage for Floyd and fighters who don't carry that weight outside the ring. You got to
get the credit for who he fought, man. Ali get the credit.
I agree with you. No, I agree with you.
Man.
But the man, the giant of a man himself does play a part in that, because you can't overlook it. You can't look around it. You can't look. It's in your face. You know what I mean?
You know what too. And I want to say this because I've never said this on air. I've only said this like a couple people. You know what's kind of bullshit too? It's like there's that saying that the winners write history, right? And I think that that's absolutely true, 100%. Whether it's right or not, it doesn't matter. It's true. I don't really know, like, why do we I've pretended for a very long time like I really know much about Sugar Ray Robinson's career. You know, I pretend all the time that I know, you know, what he really went through. I had him as my number one of all time only because growing up, they told me he was the number one. You know, I read the story just like y'all read the story. Pound for pound was invented for Sugar Ray Robinson because the heavyweights would get so much attention that at some point they were like, yo, this dude is good. He's better than a lot of other guys that we give credit to. But because we can't accurately depict or, you know, I guess criticize him the way we do in that same division with heavyweights, because we can't truly get a magnifying glass on that because they can't fight each other, then we create this thing called pound for pound, right? But in reality, I don't know what the fuck he did. Like, I've seen as many fights as y'all seen that aren't in HD, that aren't in Blu-ray, that are hard as hell to watch, that make you nauseous when you watch them for a while. So it's like one of those things where, you know, all these historians come out, unless you were around in that era, like, how can you really make that argument? So as we move forward, it's really going to be hard for people to not give Floyd Mayweather that nod. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, what can people do to leap Floyd? Well, then you have to start asking the question, like, what do they have to do to leap Ali? What do they have to do to leap Sugar Ray Robinson and Roberto Duran and, you know, Rocky Marciano? Like, what do you have to do to leap Joe Louis? Like, you don't fucking know, and quit pretending you do.
Yeah, man, it's a hard to debate. We got Supreme Tax, who is actually mulatto, right? He says, should boxing be shown as much as NBA and NFL games? Hell yeah. The thing is, it does get oversaturated. If it were on one network, maybe it would. How many networks is like NFL and boxing on?
You mean basketball?
Yeah.
Oh, basketball's on TNT, it's on ABC, and it's on ESPN. Francis doesn't know because he lives in Canada.
Of course I do know, excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was about to ask you, what am I missing? And then I was like, wait, he lives in Canada, my bad.
Yeah, depending on sometimes...
you don't have TNT, do you?
Yeah, I got the box.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. So what other channels? Do you know if I'm missing one?
I got everything. Fake box. Yeah. Sometimes it plays on NBA TV as well. There's a game.
Oh yeah, well they got NBA TV, yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then NFL, same thing. NFL TV, Fox, CBS, NBC, ESPN.
So that sounds just as bad as boxing. It sounds like you need mad channels and you can miss a bunch of games.
But think about it like this, Ness. How many times does Tom Brady play? You know, he plays every week. You know, how many times does Drew Brees or I don't know, whoever, you know, who the top players in the league play every week, you know, without injury, of course. Boxing, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, Canelo can't fight every month. You know, he probably can't even fight every quarter, to be honest with you. But I mean, maybe he could, but I don't
All right. Next one up is from James Valdez in San Antonio. Says, rewatching that Berchelt Valdez fight, Eddie Reynoso had another person stand in as chief second as the ref gave instructions. Did anyone notice that? I'm wondering if it was Valdez's pops, as he was part of the corner team. Also, in the 9th, you can see Berchelt gesturing with both gloves and telling Valdez, come on. And then right after, Valdez gave him a 4-piece combination that sent him to the canvas for the second time of the fight. Great damn fight. Hashtag es mi primo. Dan, that'll be crazy. Oh, yeah, you are Valdez. I get it. But I wonder if he's really his cousin, right? Imagine he's really his cousin and shit.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy. Like, yo, why you can't get him on the show for us? Why you can't get him on the show for us? I don't think we ever have Valdez on the show, right?
Nah, I don't think so.
Did we get all the super chats? All right. It sounds like
No. We stopped at I'll tell you where we stopped. We stopped at, it was somebody who hit me up with the Heelys. I think it was Jaime.
Jaime. Then we got
Jaime. That's when we stopped at. No. I didn't read that one. Jaime Hernandez 7 said Mario got them Heelys. Yo, I did have Heelys in high school.
You was rolling around the halls on back 2 wheels?
I was.
Man. You tripping. Victor Manuelo says Oscar. Victor Manuelo says Oscar started at 130 and Cotto started at 140. GGG and Jacob started at 160 and big ass Kovalev started at 175. Yeah, no, he's just showing that Canelo is moving up, facing naturally bigger fighters. I agree, Manuelos. I agree.
Wait, Cotto didn't start at 140, did he? I thought he started at 135.
No, 140 and then 147 and then 154.
Oh shit, I'm tripping then. I mean, I know he didn't do anything at 135, but I thought he at least fought there.
I don't know then. I mean, you could double check while I read Boston.
That's
Jared, it says fighters from the 70s and 80s and 90s had better competition. It's tough to surpass those guys because the strength of the opposition isn't there today. I don't know, man. I mean, and you know what? Taking what you said is what I said yesterday. That's why if Sugar Hill were to have beat AJ twice with Fury, I would value Fury and his undisputed more than any other undisputed because of the caliber of opponent. And, you know, that's what it is. It's like, damn, this dude literally beat Vlad. He's the one. If he did that, like, he's, you know, fuck, man. That's a dude that's doing some shit. Like, if you literally are the first dude to dethrone Vlad after 12, then you beat Wilder, then you beat AJ. It's like, fuck, man. You know, he beat all his, you know, contemporaries, all the people that's considered great with him. We got Brandon Maurice, Cincinnati, that says, Ness has often criticized Top Rank for their lack of competitive fights, coining the phrase Top Rank diet. Even made shirts, Brandon. This past weekend, Top Rank went head-to-head with PBC, and it wasn't debatable on who put on the better show. For the past year or so, PBC on Fox has consistently given us trash, and that will continue this weekend with Anthony Durrell card. When are we going to call out Al Heyman for this doo-doo he been feeding the boxing public? The issue is this. Top Rank has been doing it for more years. Now, if you want to end the debate and say, well, that's, you know, true because PBC's existence just started, we can end the debate there. But we can also, you know, continue the debate by saying, even though Top Rank's been around longer, PBC is more noticeably giving you 50-50 fights, or at least competitive fights, right? Like, in their short amount of existence, it's like, oh, they'll never put Danny in there with Thurman, and they did. Oh, they'll never do, you know, they're too small. They're in their infancy, so they'll never do Thurman and Porter, but they did. You know, all the fights that they did, like, they've put their guys in, man. I mean, I don't understand when they don't.
Can I take a crack at this? And I would like for y'all to listen, because I don't know if I'm tripping or not. But I was thinking about this the other day because there was this big debate on Twitter about the numbers, right? Because, PBC's numbers came out and they weren't that great. And ESPN pulled a pretty good number with the fight. And a lot of people were trying to make the debate that good fights resonate. And that's all you need. You want to know what the secret is to good ratings? Good fights. That's it. It doesn't matter if you're top ranked, Golden Boy, PBC.
True.
No, it is true.
No,
it is true to a degree. No,
that
hold on,
same debate, PBC top rank, right? So Adrian only did 300. Valdez and Burchell, 2 Mexicans, guaranteed marketing that people know this is going to be a fight. It's 2 Mexicans. They're going to brawl. And they only did 800,000.
That's really good. That's a really good for two guys that are 130 pounds that before now hadn't really been on a major stage at all.
Hold on,
and didn't have that kind of push.
Just so we're clear that they didn't add the streaming numbers to it because the ESPN Plus don't add the streaming numbers just so everybody has all the information.
Which is where my cousin watched it, which is where my brother watched it, which is where my uncle watched it, which is where my aunt put on the fight for my grandfather. So
me too. I watched the streaming too, so I'm not debating that. I'm just saying, I didn't know the other numbers weren't in. If that's not the total.
Well, listen. I want to make this point clear though. With PBC, it felt like the past year has been like, let's see what we can not get away with. I don't mean that. What I mean is like, let's see what we can do to push our fighters forward in a really tough economic time. And you could argue that's what everybody really did. But with Top Rank, it felt like Top Rank was trying to give us like a series. It was like, this episode is going to be, I bet in a tough, decent match and Jared Anderson in a walkover. And then you're going to watch episode 2 where Jared Anderson's going to really lay it on to somebody, beat the shit out of somebody that's not really that great. And I bet is going to show you what he can do, and he's going to make this. And then episode 3, the finale, was them fighting each other.
But
that's one example.
That's one example.
It's one example.
Where's Elvis Rodriguez's story?
Elvis Rodriguez's story is still being
Shakur Stevens' story.
That's a good one.
There's so many people.
Okay, but let's go back to Nakatani. Where's his story? His story is he had we put him in this situation where he fought Teofimo, right?
Not during the bubble. Not during the bubble. Not during the bubble. So that ain't his story. That ain't his story. That wasn't in the bubble.
But fine. I won't make that one then. What did he do? Nakatani's movie or series with Top Rank, his TV show was he beat the dragon. He came from against the odds. Now he's gonna fight Lomachenko, and that's part of the story. That's what they're trying to do with these guys. But the reason why it's frustrating is because we expect good fights every single time. We don't want this marinating bullshit. We don't want you. But at the end of the day, when these stories get told the way that they're supposed to get told, it's the best thing in boxing. Teofimo's win over Lomachenko. Teofimo's win over Lomachenko meant more the way it happened because of the way they promoted it. The problem is it doesn't happen all the time, just like Ness said with Shakur. So,
Yo, so many inconsistencies in that whole debate, bro. First, I got to start backwards because I'm already forgetting all of it. But the Teo story being sold when he literally came on the show, him and his dad complaining that they weren't even promoted. There's articles that were written that says.
But I said Nakatani though.
You said Teo's story though. You said Teo Lomachenko's story. That was
one.
Yes. Nakatani was another one again. And look, I maybe we're arguing semantics, right? Maybe I'm getting hung up.
I'm not. I want you to tell me.
Me, because I am a dude that takes your words literal, right? So you said Nakatani's story was told. But the inconsistency in that is that you led your debate by saying what Top Rank did was give us a story. They didn't. Nakatani only fought once in the bubble, so there was no story. He had an episode, and it's called The Upset. End of story. Because if he does happen to fight Vasil, Top Rank already announced on their last bubble show, guess what? No more bubble.
They're not gonna be the bubble.
So
Good
the
call.
story,
Listen,
the story you talking
but
about.
That's why I began before I even started. I said I need y'all to listen because I don't know if I'm tripping. This is the way I've been thinking about it. This is the way I've been trying to kind of compartmentalize. How do you say that word? Compartmentalize. Thank you. Compartmentalize. Yeah, I need a new car part. No, listen, I've been trying to compartmentalize it, right? And I don't know if maybe my bias for some of these moments, like Valdez winning, like Teofimo winning, overshadows, because at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want about PBC, but PBC also invented Mike Coffey. Now, whether that was through accident or not, that's still something they gave us from this time that has drama, that has emotion, that has everything that you want to start following a fighter.
That's only one story.
It's only one.
It's only one story. All I'm saying is that everybody, right? Everyone had to adjust, just like the fighters, the promoters, everyone had to adjust for COVID. And you're not getting, like, I mean, bro, how much you think Top Rank is paying IBEF? Like, we giving them credit for, like, making a insurance salesman popular. Like, yeah, they're great fucking promoters.
All right.
They took that. Instead of taking one of the many prospects that they have that have over 100 and something fights, they made the insurance man fucking popular. Like, what are we talking about?
Listen, this beyond me.
We arguing retardedness right now. It's like, yo, everybody's giving affordable fights right now. It's affordable fights right now. You know what I mean? At least PBC is giving you one side. IBEF was fighting Victor somebody, Bisbal, or somebody that looks like the dude that's gonna fucking dig the hole for my pool, bro, with the stomach that he had. Like, let's not lie about what we got.
All right.
We got very affordable fights that they can pay dudes $5,000 and under, you know what I'm saying, per fight, and way less than that, because matter of fact, Big Baby was on record getting like $7,500. So what the fuck they giving IBEF? Of course, you know, they giving you cheap fights to entertain you in the meantime. I'm not defending PBC, but they put Sean Porter on a card versus Formella. That means that they had to pay two people. Formella was undefeated at the time. He had an IBO strap, and his O was worth 2 eliminators. But you got dudes that don't got no fucking, they don't know nothing about business, talking about PBC, look at the shit they gave you with Formella and Porter. Brother, they just put one of their $1 million fighters on television and put him into position. Now he's in 3 different sanctioning bodies, ranked 1 and number 2. Shut up. Oh, look.
All right.
They gave you Laura and Vendetti. Yeah, they gave you Laura and Vendetti. When's the last time Laura fought before Vendetti? We got to get him one. Oh, but they gave you Ugas versus Ramos. They positioned Ugas to win a belt that now he's elevated. Again, you don't know about business. Please just stop putting yourself out there talking. Oh, look, they ain't do nothing during the pandemic. I mean, isn't motherfucking Laura now the super champion and set up to fight on pay-per-view versus their unified champion, Earl Spence? It looks like I see a story there, right? There's a fucking story, but y'all don't see it. What is James Delorme? Oh, they gave you James Delorme during the pandemic. Oh, so now Thomas Delorme, the same dude that was in a vacant title shot with motherfucking Terrence Crawford, a welterweight that'll give anybody hell, that knocked down Ugas, was a shit fight. Like, what are we talking about? Like, does this dude know boxing, or is he just a bud sniffer? You know
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
And don't forget that James is the regular. Again, positioning. Plant versus Truax. Oh, so taking care of your mandatory so that Al Heyman ensures that you're free to negotiate with Canelo Alvarez, who, don't forget, by the way, said he wants to be undisputed and you got the last piece. That's not storyline. That's not setting you up. That's not positioning his fighters. He's not taking care of his fighters. By the way, Truax is one of his fighters. Ramos is one of his fighters. But Darrell Davis. For Kyrone, this is, look, it's hard to defend this because Kyrone is a career 54-pounder, and he's going to be moving up to 68 to face Anthony Darrell. And Kyrone got 2 losses, I believe. But I'm invested in Kyrone. You can go to theboxingvoice.com and you can find articles on Kyrone from, I don't know, maybe going back to 2012 when he was undefeated and Broner was undefeated and he was motherfucking the sparring partner for Broner for the Emmanuel Teller fight. You know what I mean? I guess that
Good
was
call.
probably. I guess that was not undefeated, Broner, but I'm not
It
sure.
wasn't 12. It was probably more like 14, but that's a good call anyway.
And my point is, for Brandon, this is a debate I can't win. I just respect your side. Like, you don't like Darrell Davis. Cool. I know Davis, right? Like, JT wants me to interview a dude. I haven't even remembered the name, but he's about to fight, or he might have fought, and he was supposed to be on the show, and he said he want to do it after he fights. We don't know him. JT is personally invested in that dude. So if that dude gets a shot with Anthony Darrell, JT will be alert and on point, just like I am, because I am invested in Kyrone Davis. He's a dude I've had on my show multiple times. I've gone to his camps. You know, he used to be with Omar Duck. I just know him.
I did a 2,500 word write up on him. I did a monster overview on him.
10 years knowing him. It's the same time I know Chris Colbert. I know Kyrone. How could I not be invested? How could I not be happy that he got a Anthony Darrell shot? Do I think it's a mismatch because he's moving up 2 divisions and he ain't shown that he on the level to move up 2 divisions? Yeah, I think that.
Should it be for any title implications? No, probably not. But again, you said it, and let's put it in this kind of way. Like, because I saw Rob put something like, laughing about Darrell Davis, which I thought was funny, but at the same time, like, I don't agree because I want to see Kyrone. Like, I'm invested in Kyrone. It would be different if it was like somebody we'd rather see on the same card, but there's nobody I'm dying to see Darrell get in the ring with. There's no one answer to who Kyrone should be fighting. So either you want to see this card because it's going to be on, or this card doesn't happen, or that fight doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like these things either are out there for us to, it's like not every fight's for everybody. Some people have very niche, very specific fan bases, right? And then other people have more of like a worldly, right, fan base and appeal to the masses. But in this case, it's like, I remember a time when there weren't cards on like all the time, when I had to mark my calendar for HBO fights and Showtime fights, and they were spread out, and there wasn't boxing on a bunch of different channels unless you, followed UK and Mexico and different other countries, Japan boxing, but there weren't a lot of fights on. Like, this is a situation where we're going to get a bunch of fights now in a calendar year because it's so widely accessible. Not every fight is going to be this huge fight. You know what I'm saying? It's just like football, just like basketball. You turn on basketball every day, there's 12 matchups. Not every one of those matchups is good. But guess what? The people in that market, they can't wait to see, their home team play the Lakers. They're not the favorites, and a lot of people think that they're not on the Lakers level. But guess what? That market right there, they want a reason to believe. They want that do you believe in miracles moment. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is for me and Kyrone. I think he can win, and I hope he does. Be awesome.
Definitely would be awesome,
I think
man.
One of our listeners in the chat had a pretty good comment on the subject. FSG Boxing says, Al Heyman is the reason Bud became undisputed at 140 and AJ getting his first title. But they say Al Heyman blocks fights. These haters are allergic to facts. Is that true? How can you backdate Al Heyman to Bud? Is it because of the vacant title with Delorme? What is he attributing that to? And as far as AJ, obviously we know that's true. He if he was blocking fights, he wouldn't let Charles Martin fight AJ, and instead he would have did AJ versus Wilder for unification, setting up Wilder. But his duty, and he proved, his rare loyalty to every individual fighter by showing you that, no, I'm not going to sell you to Wilder. I'm going to get you the highest amount for that title shot. And they went and took that $8 million from Eddie, you know what I'm saying? So Al, didn't show any bias for Wilder, and instead showed, equal opportunity for all his fighters. So yeah, he showed right then and there that he wasn't blocking fights. But I guess it's also, per situation. Like, he gave those examples, and someone will just say, well, what about the Earl Crawford situation? Because we're more of like, what have you done for me lately?
That's what boxing is, man.
But can you guys like link what he means by Al helping Crawford? Is it the Diaz fight? I mean, what?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all. The moment you said it, I was like, I hope he explains this because
because Molina had no title and that was an Al fighter. Like what? What is and Ndongo wasn't with Al. Felix Diaz was just a defense, right? Of both of Bud's belts.
Sure.
What was the fight that he's talking about? I guess it could only be Delorme for the vacant title. I mean, I can't because even Postal is a Golden Boy fighter, so I'm really lost.
So is this like a PBC? He's saying that it was because of Al that he was put in that position.
I thought he was making like a comment, like he was being
sarcastic.
Yeah, like facetious. I don't know. Tongue in cheek. Sure. That's what I thought he was doing.
They're saying because Danny moved up, vacated the WBC. Which allowed Crawford to fight for the vacant that Postal won. But I
wouldn't say that's an Al thing. Like Danny was on his way up. He conquered the big dragon. Like Lucas Matisse, like that was the premier fight in that division. Anything from that point on, it was just the same old shit of boxing fans picking the next guy. It's like somebody wins a fight and the next morning you see these so-called fans like, well, if you don't fight, this guy, then I'm off the bandwagon type shit, right? Like the moment Valdez wins, it's like, well, he hasn't fought Shakur yet. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, that's the dumbest shit. And that's what it's doing it with Danny. And, they talk about him avoiding Postal. It was all just nonsense.
Did you guys get some of these super chats?
We got none of them.
All right, let's start off over here. I
stopped at Boston Jared with the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Oh, I didn't even know you got that one.
Yeah, did you read the one before too, Victor?
Everything before that.
All right.
Every single thing before that. If there's nothing new, there's nothing.
Even Ness Rocks the Ducks 2000.
Everything before that. Yo, if you don't know, or for those that are listening to these questions and the people asking us these questions, this is our Untitled series. We're actually doing it live since we've been late. It usually drops Monday at 5 o'clock. We moved from 7 to 5 since the move. That being said, if you wanted to drop a question on next series, you can do that by signing up to Patreon and looking for the Untitled Topics and Questions post. This next question is coming from our Patreon, who's been a Patreon since September of last year. So shout out to you. Dodge Hyatt says, random, but is water wet? Do me. This is yours right here. Is water wet?
Course water's wet.
I mean, is it though?
It's wet.
Course water's wet. Course water's wet, man.
It ain't lit. It's wet.
Definitely ain't lit.
It's not wet though.
Can't light it though.
It's not really wet though. Like it needs other.
It's like me asking you, is water water?
All right. So the next one is from Israel Rebel. Shout out to Izzy, been a Patreon.
No. Real quick, I just want to say to make this point. It's only wet when it's on a surface. Like it's not wet when you're in the ocean. Like if you got water just free flowing, it's not wet by itself. So it's got to be on the floor, right?
Dolphin wet.
Yeah, because it's on a dolphin, so it's wet. Am I tripping? Does that sound like
it's taking you down a hole?
I don't know, my bad. You know what? It's gonna fuck with me all day. Let's go to the next one.
Yo, shout out to Doomy. Still, didn't even help me out with Richardson Hitchins. Yo, he's ready. We sent them the link. Don't keep your eye on the chats, man.
Damn. So what? Yeah. Okay.
Somebody said WAP. These guys are funny. Mario talking about.
Somebody said WAP. That's funny.
Yeah, we got.
Super chat's hilarious.
What's up?
I mean, not the super chat. The chat. The chat's hilarious today.
Nah, man. Look, listen. Is water wet? It's gonna be killing you all day now.
Is agua wet? Huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I sent Hitchison the link. Stay on the messages, champ. Please. I'm gonna move on with
I'm
the
on
questions.
it. I got it open.
Israel.
I got it next. It was. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's actually Victor Banuelos.
Yep, it was Victor Banuelos. And he said,
"What was your first job ever?"
What was y'all's? Yeah, go. You got it.
No, you got it. You got it.
Oh, Victor Banuelos says, "What was y'all's first job ever, and did y'all actually like it?"
Yo,
Fuck no.
I had a speedy. I'm pretty sure my first job was like a speedy job. I don't know if that exists wherever y'all at.
Speedy job?
Yeah. Do like you know like can you give the definition of what that means? I don't even know how to explain that, bro.
Speedy?
You don't remember the program that it was a program for under 17 and like if you were still in elementary or high school, you were able to get what was called a air quote speedy job during the summer.
Wow, bro, I was never privy to the speedy job.
Is it like workforce kind of thing?
The workforce.
It was kind of like a underage work program only for the summer. So like
Gotcha.
I was a hustler.
But what did you actually do?
Yo, you worked out. I got to work at City Hall in Newark, New Jersey.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I was like underneath like one of the clerks in the water department, and I was there all summer. And it was actually fly because I got to interact with adults and be in that world and shit. And
were there girls?
It was the mayor's office there. City Hall's the mayor's
office.
office.
That's dope, champ.
But my next summer one wasn't that. I got to work right next to the City Hall at the fucking Chicken Shack. Yo, I can't believe they didn't have Speedy for y'all. That sucks. I wonder if we're gonna see some.
We had like a workforce type of thing.
Wonder if any New Jersey dudes.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? It's like there's sometimes just programs in high schools.
Yeah, I think it was like your teacher or your principal had to sign something for you so that the employer knows you literally going to school and that's why you're allowed.
We had something like that too.
Let those hands be heard. He said, "Let the truth be heard." He said, "Yeah, I remember those jobs, Ness." I was on it, bro. Listen, always been a hustler, man. Always. I think when I was 17,
how old were you?
No, that was early, bro. I mean, like
15,
13? No,
13?
like
Wow.
13.
How'd you get to hear about that? Is this something that the school was providing? Was it a family member that maybe put you on? What was it?
School.
That sucks, yo. There'd be some good programs in these schools, and like
they never even
school don't
nah,
even
bro.
know.
But they came to the auditorium. It's like Speedy was something like in New Jersey.
That's the name, Speedy. Like
I don't know if that's the nickname. I don't know if that's an what's it called?
Like abbreviation. Acronym.
An acronym. I don't know. But all I know is in Newark, New Jersey, Speedy jobs existed. They would come to the auditorium like, yo. Anybody who wants it, like you had to really sign up because, like they could only give out but so many jobs.
So was it
That's dope.
Okay, you signed up with Speedy and then they were gonna find something for you, or was it like a situation where you could like say, well, I'll work with my hands really well, or like I know cars or anything like that?
Both. So like
both?
Speedy would send you like I didn't, shit. How the fuck I'm gonna find a City Hall job? They sent me there, but if let's say you was good with mechanics and Doomy owned the shop, you could take the paperwork to Doomy, and now Doomy.
That's dope.
Now
okay.
Doomy can legally employ you because you can't employ a minor.
Of course not. Yeah.
Under the Speedy program, you can.
Damn, that's what's up.
So
wow.
So basically, it was to circumvent and violate labor laws. Is that what you're saying?
No, it was to give children an opportunity to be part of the workforce and learn, beforehand.
Did you go to work during like school hours? Was it like a
summer?
No? Okay,
summer.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because we had something like that, but it was like seniors. If you had already taken so many credits and like you didn't have to have like the last couple of classes, then you could leave at like 1 o'clock and go to your job. But it wasn't as cool as what you're saying. Like you had to go find your job, and like it was usually like Jason's Deli or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Job Corps.
That's what
Enrique
how to
was
work,
in.
youngin.
Enrique was
Job
in
Corps.
So everybody answered?
Cash Weezy was in Job Corps.
You guys answered what was your first job?
Nah, I didn't. Go ahead. Y'all go first.
Yo, what the
My first job lasted like 3 days, 4 days.
Oh, no shit.
Fucking some local like on Broad Street and shit. C.H. Martin had burnt down along with like another store and this Indian this Indian guy. I don't know what happened, but the store burnt down, and they would sell clothes. It was like a you know, you could find everything type of thing in there, and dude hired us, me, my cousin, and a friend, and then after I think like the third day, we figured out that this guy was violating.
Oh, no shit.
Yo, I'm talking about violating us. Like, we thought we were getting paid so good because, like, you know, at that age, I forgot how old I was. I think
it was
like
under the table
15.
though.
Yeah, it was under the table. It was cash, man. And he had us cleaning up, picking boxes, doing like some hard labor shit, man.
Yeah.
And like we started to equate on the third day. We just started to like look at each other like, damn, I'm tired of this shit. And then we started to equate like the money and the hours. And it was like, yeah, I'm getting like $60 or whatever the hell it was. But it was like, okay, but I'm working like 15 hours.
Yeah.
Like I've been here all day.
They
Like,
do that to you, bro.
my mom's calling me like, hijo, you coming in para la casa?
Yo, you haven't eaten dinner in 4 days. Like, mom, I'm getting 150 over here.
Yo, my excuse is like, no, estoy aquí con el primo. No, don't worry, I'm here with my cousin and shit. I'm like, man, my cousin was the one that took lead. Shout out to my cousin Abel, man. He was like, yo, we out of here. I ain't beat no more.
Yo, I'll go next. Check it out. So I worked at this car wash, right? Because I played baseball in high school, and in Texas, baseball is all year round. You know what I mean? We don't have like a real crazy winter. Like, you play select ball, you play travel ball, like it's real out here. And so this was like summer of like my sophomore year, I think, and or gonna be a junior. And so one of my good friends who also played baseball was like, yo, I'm gonna get a job just like 3 days a week, you know, blah blah. So we washed cars. Yo, it fucking sucked during the summer, 102 degrees. And the thing was, it's like, it wasn't like a Charisma car wash. I don't know if that's even a chain, but it's not like one of those like people go. This was like a car wash for like it was like a what's it called? Not commercial, but like they had business with the city, so they washed all the city utility vehicles, cop cars. Like, we did all the police for the sheriff's department. So we had cars nonstop every day. I learned two things that summer. Number one, yo, working outside is hard work. Like, you see them dudes, they're for real. They're G's for that. And then the other thing was, don't ever get a job at that age unless there's girls, because there was nothing there to keep me there. Like, I was like, I'm fucking done. Like, that first check, I got it, and I'm like, all I want to do is hang out with my chick. But yeah, after that, every single job I had was like, it was latchkey. I worked at a grocery store. Like, it was like girls, you know what I'm saying? Because it was nothing but dudes. But yo, and I'll be real, I was talking, I was like, yo, I'm gonna quit. Like, I kept telling my friend I'm gonna quit. And then this dude that worked with us was like, hey bro, I'm just letting y'all know, he firing somebody today. Mario, it's gonna be you. I was like, oh shit. And then he ended up firing me like after a month. Yo, and then this dude offered me, he was like, hey bro, you got your own car? I was like, yeah. He's like, man, you like what, 15, 16? I'm like, 16. He's like, you got your own car? I'm like, yeah. He goes, you got a license? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you ever been pulled over? You got records? I'm like, what the fuck's this dude's problem? Yo, like, right at the day after I got fired, he calls me. He's like, hey, you want to run something to Mexico? Bro, I was like, what?
Mario became a mule.
Bro, he offered me and my friend. He was like, the person I was working with that got me the job. He's like, all y'all got to do is go to Houston, and then y'all drop it off in Laredo, and you're good. I'm like, nah, bro, you good with that? He's like, I got your gas. I give you 500.
Well,
straight, bro.
Yo, my first job was the paper route, man. The straight up paper route.
For real? You really got a paper route, champ.
Sometimes Francis is like born in 2000, and sometimes he's born in like 1950.
Fucking paper route, yo.
I was 13, yeah, I was 13, 14.
Hitchins might be joining us. I'm just there he goes. Francis, you could take it over since it was on you, and I know y'all know each other well. While I post on Instagram that he's gonna be live. Richardson Hitchins, what's going on? Good morning.
What's up, my guy? How you doing?
Oh, we good. Happy to have you, man.
Thank you. I'm glad to be on.
Yo, did we catch you? Did we just wake you up?
Yeah, nah, but it's cool. I had to wake up anyway, so I'm just, I just made sure I tuned in today.
That's what's up. Richardson, can you just turn that phone sideways so we can get that landscape before we get cooking? There we go. What's up? How you doing today, though?
I'm good, my man. What's up?
I'm chilling. Anybody? Yo, we got Alex and Mario.
I'm gonna jump right into it, man. What's going on with this Muhammad Mumin dude?
I don't know. He's just somebody that's calling me out. I don't know. I heard he was calling out Easter. I mean, I think Easter already had a fight lined up. So I think he said he wanted me. So I wasn't entertaining that at first, but like I said, we don't got no opponent. I don't got no opponent right now for my next fight. So if he want to sign up to get his ass whooped, he could sign the contract. I'll sign the contract. We can make it happen. So I mean, that's all it is right now.
Do you think that puts you in a difficult position because like he's signing about billions and you really tight with Javante and AB, so it's like now I gotta fight somebody on their team. Is they setting me up? And like, do they want him to win? Do they want me to win? Like, it's a difficult position, I feel like.
It ain't a difficult position because when it comes to the boxing ring, ain't nobody gonna be able to save him. Not Adrian, not Tank. That's my shit. The boxing gym is my shit. The boxing ring is my shit. So that guy's not on my level. So there's no way. There's nothing they can do to set me up. So it's either he want the fight. I understand. Of course he want the fight. He probably think I'm a young prospect. I'm sweet. He probably just want a big a good fight. So I don't think it ain't no setting me up. Ain't no setting me up at all. So it's just if he want the fight and we can make it happen, I want to make it happen. But if not, on to the next.
Again, are you looking at the fact that this dude just got signed to AB off a loss? So they really feeling him. Like, dudes don't get signed from another country. He French, got a loss that people thought he won, so he got signed to an American promoter. I'm just, I want you to know what's going on.
He got a loss that who thought he won? Because the last time I seen he lost to Postal and got his ass fucked up. And I was there at that fight. So I don't know what loss you talking. I know he got a lot of losses. So I don't know which loss you talking about. But it don't matter. I feel like I don't need to know what's going on because when he get in there with me, it's gonna be a whole different story. It ain't gonna be what he think it's gonna be. I ain't worried about him being from France, and I ain't worried about him being signed with Adrian, because Adrian promotion ain't a big promotional company. So I'm pretty sure they gonna take what they could get. So they just threw him on there real quick, like come on, just come build our roster up. But I'm not worried about none of that. I ain't worried about nobody from. I ain't worried about none of that. If he want to fight. If we can make the fight happen, he can be my next opponent. I ain't fighting no southpaws in a minute neither, and he ain't punching. So he ain't punching, and his skills ain't better than mine. So I don't know what he thinking.
So why?
Yeah, he got three KOs and 22 wins.
Send me the link.
Yeah.
Why you think he is singling you out? Then you're the up and coming prospect. Like no one is projecting you to lose. Why would he be singling you out?
I mean, sources say that he was trying to fight Bunny. Bunny was like, I got a fight coming up, and I'm trying to basically get to that world title. And I think he tried to fight. He tried to call out Juan Heraldez. I don't know what happened with that. Then he was like, you know what? I know. He said I want to fight Floyd fighter, so he wanted to fight Juan Heraldez. I don't know what happened with that, but then he was like, no. Matter of fact, what about that Hitchins kid? Because I guess he know that the fight could happen because we on that side. So he started calling me out. But once I start entertaining it, I don't see no more of him calling me out. I don't see it. This was like 2 weeks ago. I seen him calling me out, but I don't know.
It was like 2 weeks ago, but in the comment section, one of his comments was like, "Yo, just sign a contract, kid." So like, has there been a contract sent to you?
No, I ain't no contract. I haven't got an opponent yet. I haven't got a date yet. I was just told that I'll be back in the ring in May. I ain't got a date yet. So he told me I signed a contract. Like we done did a purse bid. We know how much we getting paid with event. He just talking. He's just talking, trying to get himself a fight. He don't even speak English. I don't even know how he even wrote that. I'm gonna beat his ass if we fight. He only got 3 knockouts. I'm gonna massacre him. I ain't fighting Southpaw in a minute, so I'll be excited. I don't care if he's from France or none of that shit. I'm telling you, he gonna get hurt. So
Yeah, talk that
Well, the
shit.
truth is, it would be you giving him a shot, right? It would be you giving him the opportunity.
Yes.
That's the way this, you know what I'm saying? Because you have the pedigree, you have the the history and the past of yeah, exactly. So it would be you giving him the opportunity.
Yeah, because right now, I can. There's different ways I can go about my career right now. Right now, I can jump up right now and fight. I can ask for a big fight. I can fight for a big fight, or I can fight somebody like that, and just get the experience. And it might be a tough fight, it might be not. I don't know, but I got options. I feel like, especially with my promotional with my promoters. I got options, so I can make a whole lot of different fights. I can make a fight like that, which I feel like would be an easy fight, or I can take on a guy like Sabiro Matias that's undefeated. I got different fights I can fight. You know what I'm saying? I can fight. Or I can fight another undefeated fighter.
Wait a minute.
Wait
a minute. You can't just throw that name out there like isn't he the dude that didn't he just kill somebody in the ring?
Yeah, he killed. Yeah, he killed. That was last year. He just fought Malik Hawkins. He fought Malik Hawkins.
Yeah, and he took that undefeated from Malik.
Yeah, but you gotta understand though. If you know boxing, it's different pedigrees with undefeated fighters. Like Malik is no. I'm all respect to Malik as my guy, but he was undefeated. He was 18 fights. He was 18 fights in the pros, but his opposition wasn't that good. He wasn't signed with the pros, so he's kind of finding them local shows that they'll throw anybody with you. So when he started fighting with Mayweather Promotions, he started finding guys like what's his name, Darren Price, and guys that have pedigree to him that can actually fight, and everything changed. So I feel like I was brought up a little different. I wasn't fighting bums. You know what I'm saying? So my pedigree is way different, and I'm coming with a lot more shit than Malik coming in his arsenal. I just feel like it's a whole different ballgame. It's a whole different level for me and him.
No.
So I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying, if I want to fight a big fight, I can call out for big fights like that. I can fight a Granados. I can fight people like that. But he's a name also. He's a name also, and he don't have no power. I mean, he's not a name, but he don't got no power. But he cool. Like, he a little cool fight. I'll go beat the shit out of him real quick and collect that check.
Wait a minute. Come on. Yo, and I love, for those that listen and don't know, his last name really is Hitchins. So that's what he does for a living, and that's truly his last name. But you calling everybody out on a power, champ. You only got 5 knockouts.
No, I'm not. Yeah, you're right. I'm not saying that I'm a knockout artist. I'm just saying skills. If you're gonna call me out, at least have the knockout power to have a shot. Because when it comes to my skills, you're not gonna. It's hard to deal with my skills in the ring. So a guy that's gonna fight me, everybody's gonna be looking to knock me out, because that's gonna be one of the main tickets. You gonna try to knock me out or take me to deep waters and break me down? It's one or the other. Because when it comes to skill for skill, if you ain't got no power, what you gonna break me down? What you gonna knock me out? You ain't got shit to offer. So you just gonna add another loss to your record, and that's how I feel about this guy. He is good. I'm telling you, I just can't. I can't say no more. I don't want to talk about that bump, because he's talking about a contract and ain't no fight, ain't nothing even being negotiated.
And I'll break it down real quick.
Hold on, Mario.
Go ahead. I'm
not gonna give him a question, champ. Just kind of keep it on, because all we getting is the waves, and we getting a little seasick.
The waves looking fly, though. They looking fly. Listen, I'll break it down like this for people that might not understand. Malik Hawkins, who is a very talented fighter, the issue is that, and what Richardson's pointing out is, he fought his first 5 fights against a guy who never even had a win. Like he's fought 3 people with winning records. 4 people with winning records. My bad. Whereas Richardson fought Mendez last, and he only had 11 pro fights. So that's the point he's trying to make.
Tough fight though, Richardson. Let's talk about that. How was that fight, man? You split decision to it. Listen, our Genesis, my Dominican brethren, it was a little tough for you, man. You think so or not?
I don't know what you was watching. I don't know what you was watching, but tough where? Tough how? I don't know what tough. But it was a pretty. I think it was a pretty easy win for me. I thought it was actually easier than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, I probably gave away a round or two, just resting, or Mendes probably trying to come on a little bit. I was just probably resting, but that as far as me taking punishment, or I was in a fight where it was like, damn, I was in a fight. Like Mendes barely hit me. Like he probably hit me like once in a ninth round or something.
I felt like
barely.
I felt like you took off some of the later rounds, man. And like that's
the
championship rounds.
I want to say I probably took off 1 or 2 rounds in the late rounds, but that's me giving him the round. That's me just saying, all right, I'm gonna rest up this round so I can finish strong or whatever, or just laying off. But tough. That wasn't a tough fight.
I agree because. But would you do that again, even though you got because that cost you a split decision? You allowed him to get back in the fight. That means like a judge had him winning. That's.
Yeah. That judge was on crack because I'm not worried about what that judge saying because everybody that's watching the fight, you got one judge saying that I lost the fight, but you got a whole nother judge saying I only lost 1 round out of the fight. You got a whole nother judge saying I only lost 2 rounds out of the fight. Then you got the unofficial judge saying I basically won the whole fight. Then you got the commentator saying I basically won the whole fight. Everybody I haven't met a person yet that said, yo, that was a tough fight, such and such. Yo, you almost lost that fight, or that was a close fight. That was an easy fight. If you know boxing, you watch the fight. Mendes barely won any round. Like I was literally dominating the whole fight. Like I'm boxing Mendes lights off. Like you said, I gave away probably 1 round resting, and I didn't even take no punishment. It was no rounds. He was coming on. I was outboxing. My jab couldn't miss his head. Like I beat him with just a jab.
No, you're right. And just real quick, just so that people understand, Steve Weisfeld scored at 98-92 for Hitchins, and Glenn Feldman scored at 99-91 for Hitchins. The only judge that scored it in Mendez's favor scored it 97-93 for Mendes, and that was Don Ackerman. Don, who, if you know him, he has been a judge for a while, but he's not as well known as the other two, Glenn Feldman and Steve Weisfeld. But I agree with you. I think that the only thing he did in that fight was he gave the allure that he was coming forward. But every time he did that, you set him up for that drop back hook or that jab. And that jab was nasty. So nasty. Oh, my God. Honestly, I couldn't. Like, it wasn't a situation where I thought they were going to stop it because he wasn't bleeding or anything but he was getting hit so hard with that jab and he was reacting to it. That's the difference. It's like some people can get hit with the jab and it's like, oh, they're going to walk. But my man's neck was snapping back like a Pez dispenser. So, you know what I'm saying? I agree with you.
Now, let me jump in there real quick. Richardson.
Hey, Nestor's only saying that because it's people's.
Nah, not even. Because remember, Bunny beat him before you a long time ago, like maybe, I don't know, 3 years ago, maybe. So not even. Listen, I
got something else to say. Bunny, my man, right? But if you really think about it, and you watch Bunny fight when Henny, before he knocked Henny was catching with a lot of clean shots, yep. And even before the fight, I was talking to my man 40, his 6'4", and I was talking to Adrian before the Mendes fight, way before the Mendes fight. It was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, it's a tough fight for you because I was watching him and Bunny fight. He was catching Bunny with some shit. I was type nervous for Bunny. It was no time Mendes really was coming on to me or really connecting any punches. Mendes couldn't get off. He was frustrating. I mean, like, I beat him with just a jab. You gotta understand, I had 11 fights off a year layoff. I got in a car accident probably like a week before that, and I got hit by a car. I had to go to the hospital. I had abrasions all over. My girl lost her teeth. I got hit by a car when flying 6 feet. Only reason I fought was because I ain't make money in a whole year, so my broke ass needed that check. And my girl, and you gotta understand this too. I didn't have no sparring partners. This is a pandemic. I don't got no sparring partners, nothing. Like, if I would have been really like active and had the experience, I would probably stop Mendes. We don't know what would have happened, but I felt like I won that fight easy. So I don't want nobody saying split decision.
That's why I want to go back to this fight right here, where with Muhammad Mamoon stepping up, being so disrespectful, having lost to Tyrone McKenna, who got beat up by O'Hara Davis. Are you trying to say that O'Hara Davis would beat up Richardson Hitchins?
I ain't trying to say that. I'm trying to say Muhammad Mumin is ranked 21.
He's stepping up talking that. Hold on. Like, can I get a chance to
He
talk?
ranked up there. I'm just saying he ranked up there. He ranked above
He ranked up there,
Richardson.
but he gonna get his face. He just gonna get the jab. He not gonna be able to get past Hitchison jab. The jab gonna be in his face all night. Like, I'm not sure he really want that. I think he want to check more than he want to work.
Listen, Sabril Matias is ranked under Mumin. I'm just saying, if he a cherry to you, he a cherry that's highly ranked. He 21, you 51. He 21, you 51.
Who me?
Yeah.
I don't care about none of that ranking stuff. I don't care about he 21. After the fight happened, and I whoop his ass, I'm be back up on it until Nestor. And I tell you that boy, yo, I'm telling you, that boy ain't got nothing for me. I'm telling you that now. I promise you, he ain't gonna beat me on my A. I don't gotta be on my A game to beat him. I know this for a fact. I'm not talking. I'm not just talking to talk. I'm telling you, like, I promise you, Nestor. I promise you.
But I
believe you.
You need that right now. You need that right now.
Let me just say this. Let me just say this,
but
Francis.
Nestor motivating me to fight the dude now. Now he really motivating me. I needed this interview because I didn't know all this about him. He ranked 21.
Yeah, that's 30
so he tried to say,
slots.
I don't need to fight a Matias to be like, yeah, look, I beat, so I could beat him and just boom, I'm closer to the ranking. So all right.
Exactly my point. Like, as my friend, I'm trying to tell you, look, if he's easy, he ranked 30 positions above you. Like, I mean, look, it's like this. Mumin is 21. Pablo Cesar Cano, who just knocked out Linares, is 23. So, like, what poison you want? The dude with 5 knockouts or the dude that is actually a puncher? I'm just saying, you could jump the line by fighting a dude that you don't think is, on your level.
Yeah, I really don't believe he's on my level. No, not whatsoever. But maybe, like I said, I don't know. He from France. I ain't really see him box like that. I see him fight once versus Postal, and Postal was on his ass. I'm just saying, I ain't no Postal. I ain't none of that. Like, it's gonna be a whole different ball game. I got too much in my game. Like, I got too much in my game for him. I'm not just saying that. Y'all gonna see as the time keep going. I'm like, all right. This motherfucker is bad. Like, he really know what he's doing. But if he want to fight, if we can make the fight happen, we can. I told Leonard I'll fight him. I told 40 I'll fight him. I'm not ducking him. He calling me out like I'm talking about signing a contract as if I'm scared of him or something. Well, come on, bro. Why would I be scared of him for?
So, who else is on the radar, though? Is it too soon to put anybody out there? Or you just allowing the development to happen? What's the plan for 2021?
I'm just allowing the development to happen, but I'm just slowly looking at the champions. Like, I'm looking at Josh Taylor. I'm looking at Ramirez. I'm looking at Postal. I'm looking at the guys up there. I'm looking at all these guys that's ranked. Like, because I'm telling you, it's not about who I fight. It's about the right fights, like you said. Just even how you said, fighting boy and getting up to 30 ranks up higher, and then or whatever. Like, it's just about the right fights. I want to make the right fights happen. So, so it's just about, I just want to get the experience as of right now, stay active. So I don't know who else is on the radar. I ain't really looking at nobody, but I definitely want to fight somebody like Mario Barrios for his belt when that time comes.
What? Oh, I was just telling Francis, like, yo, go ahead. Now you got me ready to ask you a bunch of questions.
No, but Nestor, you know a lot about boxing, so I gotta ask you this, because I just don't understand this. Bernstein say, oh, I don't think Hitchins is quite ready for a Mario Barrios yet, right? But he making it seem like Mario Barrios some like veteran or something, because like, when I just like really think, like I really think on his track record, it's like, who did this guy beat? Like, who did he really beat? Mario Barrios. Like, who did he really beat? That's like, I ain't gonna lie, Hitchins can they fuck with that dude he beat, or Hitchins would have a problem with that guy he beat. Who he beat that would give me a problem? And that guy that he fought for the title, that 7-0, we all know he lost that fight. We all know he got punished. He almost died. He took brutal punishment for that fight. So, who did he beat that would give me trouble? that you feel would be like, yo, Hitchens, that would be a good fight for you? Mario Burr, because they saying I ain't ready for him or something. I just didn't understand that.
I mean, I guess again, putting myself in Bernstein's shoes, I guess he's only talking about the level of experience, right? Barrios has a lot of fights. So,
but a lot of fights.
I take it as radar, though. I don't see. I think it would be a good fight, and I think it's a competitive fight. But I think it's more of like a radar thing. Like for them, it's like they have plans with Mario, right? Him being Hispanic, and them feeling like they can push him. And by the way, I also feel like it would be tough on him to make the way at this point. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's me cutting you off. You finish. I'm sorry.
No, you said experience. What? Because he got 27 fights. How that's experience? That don't make me you experience. Who did he fight to get that experience? Ryan Crawl. That's experience. You tell me that's giving him experience? Mendez had a lot of fights.
That is giving him experience, though, Richardson. That Cowboy Carl style. You know,
that's tough. That's tough.
Years easy if you a boxer.
He's not as decorated as Argenis Mendez. Okay, let's be real. Yeah. Ryan Carl is not as decorated as Mendez, but that kind of style you can learn in the ring. Yeah. You know, when you fight someone like that.
You see, he beat Carl, but it wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't.
Like Carl brings. Oh man, you don't respect the pressure, huh?
No, I do not respect Carl's pressure. I don't care about none of that pressure.
But nobody's saying he beats you though.
No. I'm not saying
you in that fight.
No. I'm not saying y'all saying he beat you, but I don't pressure. You talking about pressure? Like yo, like he gonna bring pressure. He gonna do this. Like come on, you think I never seen that before? Experience is something that you've seen before, that you've been through.
Yeah, but
right?
you seeing it in sparring. You ain't seeing it in the ring. You seen it in sparring.
You saying I haven't seen it in the ring. I haven't seen it spar. All right, cool.
No. You seeing it in sparring, but probably you probably seeing it in sparring, but not in the fight, man.
So you saying in a fight? So you saying in a fight? So I guess in a fight it's gonna be something. All right. Well, hopefully they can make that fight happen, Ryan Carter, and I'll show you how I handle him since I've never seen. Since that's gonna be something, man. It's the same shit. Amateurs, pros. If you could box, you could box. Like I said.
Yo, that's a good idea. Hitchison, if you really think you could beat Barrios, ask for a common opponent. Put some hands.
Yeah, that's what I really want to do. That's what I really want to do. But the last dude that Mario Barrios, I asked for the Ryan Crawl fight. We'll see, because now you see that's why. See, I like talking to people like you. So when the people be like, "Oh, you see, you beat Ryan Crawl, whatever," like, what? He ain't shit. Like, who you think you beat? Nah, Nesto was saying that's the style, so they can hear you.
Yeah, because listen, we just asked you one question, and you said, "Yeah, I do want to develop." So that's development, going through that style and showing your promoters and your handlers that you could defeat that style. That's being developed.
That's what I'm trying to say. He is development. Yeah, you're right. But as far as experience, like they say Mario Barrios is experienced. I just don't think he's experienced. Like he's crazy experienced. Yeah, he got a lot of fights, but that don't make you super experienced. Or not super experienced. That don't make you experienced. I just feel like he haven't fought nobody that's me. I know that. For a fact. He haven't fought nobody. He's not all right. If he's experienced to fight Ryan Cross style, I damn sure know he ain't experienced with fighting nobody with my style or with the type of style I got. Since we're talking about style.
But that's the thing. If you fight him, he is Ryan Carl, but better, right? Because he got to bring the Mexican style to you, even though, he's been under Virgil for a while, so he be trying to box, but he could get into a brawl. So, that's actually, I don't know how that fight would play out, because what if y'all both trying to box?
He can't box me. His arm's too short. How you gonna box with me? His arms are 6'9". My reach is a 7'4". How would I let a guy with a 6'9" beat me? I got the best jab in boxing. You ain't see my last fight?
Let's go, Chip.
How you gonna outbox me?
Let's go, Chip.
I did my homework already. How you gonna outbox me? He gonna have to bring the pressure. He gonna have to bring the pressure. Cause he ain't gonna box. Even my reach was a 6'9" like his. He can't outbox me. Not me. I don't see it happening. But
you are an amazing talker. You got me wanting you to. You got me wanting to see that Barrios fight right now, man. I'm a Barrios fan. I've been following his career from the very, very beginning before he even switched.
Fight, big fight.
Let me also tell you this. I don't know if you know, and you know that's your people, so you could correct us. But the rumor is that Barrios and Gervonta Davis is a possibility because Tank out here on his Instagram saying how he gonna move up and get another title at a division he never had a title, and it's not going down to 26. So like the only next title is Barrios at 40 that Al Heyman could give him. They ain't like, Josh Taylor, Ramirez, the full champions, they with Top Rank. So the only regular 40-pounder is Barrios. So I mean, I don't know. What you think?
Know. I ain't had Tank talk about that fight. Yeah, but Tank always trolling. Remember Tank was calling out Josh Taylor last year or 2 years ago, I think. So he probably trolling or just writing whatever. But I don't know. If that fight do happen, Tank gonna knock his ass out. That ass. Yo, I'm trying to tell you this though. I just don't understand how you think Mario Barrios could box with me. His arm reach is Tank arm reach. You think Tank like outbox me? Tank, when me and Tank spar, Tank gotta like come forward when it's time for us to really get competitive. He gotta come forward because his arm's too short. It's the same thing with Barrios. Barrios not even a boxer for real. Like he could box a dude like Ryan Crawl, but come on, me, bro. I don't care what Virgil Hunter teaching him. I don't care about none of that.
Yo, Hitchins, you started at 140, right? You ain't start lower than that, right?
Yeah, I've been at 140 for a minute.
So you think you could stop Barrios because he's not a natural 40? He started at like 22, 26.
I don't know. I ain't gonna say I can stop him because I ain't the biggest knockout puncher in the world. I ain't gonna say it, but I'll tell you I'll beat him. I'll beat him. I'll beat him. Yes, I will beat him. But knock him out, I don't know.
They ain't offer you that fight because why would he look backwards to you? Now, I ain't no disrespect, but you only got 12 fights. You just coming off a former champion win, but like Barrios got a regular title. He looking at the bigger champs.
Nah, for sure. Like that's what he's supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be fishing. I'm hunting on him, and he's supposed to be hunting the bigger fish. But I'm gonna catch up. It's only right. I'm gonna catch up. So when I do catch up, he ain't gonna have no choice but to give me my shot, and it's gonna be a big fight. So I just feel like when that time comes, we gonna see what happens. But I just want you to after this interview, Nestor, I just want you to go back, watch the Hennis Mendez fight, and then you got to show me where you think it was a tough fight at, because I was in a club the next day, so I don't know how tough it was.
Yo, you better have juice in your cup.
Tell you what fight was tough though. The Kevin Johnson fight. I swear to God, that was way tougher than the Hennis Mendez fight. Mendez ain't do shit. He barely threw any punches. He was just looking to knock me out with one punch.
Maybe I'm getting caught up in them final rounds, man. Championship rounds are important, man. It costs you a split decision. You could have had a majority or unanimous, and it costs you that, man. Them championship rounds is important.
So you saying that all the two judges was just looking at something completely different in the championship rounds, right?
I mean, Hitchins, you know that Canelo got a fucking draw card versus Floyd, man. Like, judges is judges, man. We all subjective.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So how you gonna blame me, Floyd? So you saying Floyd lost the championship rounds with Canelo?
No, I'm saying that every judge is subjective. Like, there's certain things people look for. Like, so maybe just me, subconsciously, I value when people kick up in the final rounds and finish strong.
Okay, yeah. If that's probably you, but I value that too. When people kick up in the final rounds and finish strong, I value that when a fight is close, not when a guy just totally just getting outclassed. Like he's just getting outclassed. Like it's just like, bing boom, bing bing, turn him, bing bing boom boom, turn him, bing bing, then. It was simple. Like it was like that fight was simple math. It wasn't he didn't ever confuse me. He never had me in there. Like I I don't know. I just feel like the dude, my guy that judged basically the whole fight for me. Me and him was just in 2 different fights. We was looking at 2 different fights because I don't know, Nesto. You kind of losing me.
Yo, listen. I gotta see the next performance when you stop Cowboy Carl or Bing Boom him or Barrios.
Nah, they not gonna be Barrios next, but the Monroe guy, the guy.
Yeah, Mumin.
Yeah, I think that fight can definitely happen. He want to fight me, and I'm willing to take the fight. So hopefully,
just go watch his last fight, man. He got robbed in that last fight with McKenna.
That's the tall white guy he fought?
Yeah, the dude that lost to O'Hara Davis in the golden contract, yeah.
Oh, he got robbed that fight?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's fucked up. I wish that's a bad thing that I'm not McKenna. That's crazy. I don't care. I'm not him. I'm not no McKenna, bro.
That's what I said earlier, man.
Yo, you know what they saying in the chat, Richardson? They saying, yo, why he sound like Chris Colbert?
Nah, I don't sound like no Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert sound like me.
It's the confidence. It's the confidence, man. But it's funny. Y'all started in the same gym, right?
Yeah, we started in the same gym. Yeah, no. We started in the same exact gym. We were just sparred. We sparred each other for that last fight, for the Mendez, for his last fight, and he helped me get ready for the Mendez fight.
And wait, are you still in the Saddam Ali gym, or you moved to somewhere else?
No, I'll be training at Gym X now. It's a boxing gym in Brooklyn.
I ain't never seen that one. So
we all train there.
Who? Chris?
Me. I train there. Curtis Stevens train there. Edgar Belanga train there. There's a few pros that train there.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because everybody seems like they left. Well, the whole Rozier camp seems like they left the Ali. Yeah.
Yeah, because Corona, the gym was that was a private small gym, so his dad didn't want too many people down there.
Yeah, man. So you saying you might take that Mumin fight, put the smoke on him?
Yeah, I gotta prove you wrong.
Not me, man. Not me. I'm riding with you, man. You've already come. Yo, listen.
I hate this guy.
Listen.
Yo. No, I know you riding with me. No, Nesta, I know you riding with me, but I'm gonna just have it in my head like Nesta was saying this guy ranked something like 21.
I mean, he is ranked. I'm giving you listen, if you telling me this dude ain't on your level, I'm throwing you a cherry, man. And that's a cherry. You getting free ranking. That's how I look at it. Like, fuck, if he ain't on your level, you know what I'm saying? Because if you beat Mumin and now you rank, if you start calling for Barrios, they got to start paying attention, Plus, you fought 2 highly ranked fighters.
I don't get it. Why this guy ranked so high and I'm ranked so low and he calling little more me out? Ain't that stepping backwards? Shouldn't he be calling out Barrios?
Yeah, I mean, he got to call you out because he won, but he lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, on paper, he lost. Even though BoxRec moved him up 1 position regardless. It's how things is. But what about O'Hara Dave? Nah, that's not a U.S. name. What about Rancies? You think you could do Rancies right now?
Francis Bartholomew?
Yeah, the Cuban.
Yeah, that'll be a good fight for me also. That'll be a good fight for me also. For sure, like we could definitely make that fight happen. I'm not ducking nobody at 140. That's like definitely something that I want everybody to know. I ain't ducking nobody at 140. I'll fight Rances. I'll fight Mario's. I would have fought Jose Ramirez if he was on this side. I would have fought Josh Taylor if he was on this side.
Yeah, but we looking for developmental fights, champ. We said we wasn't rushing.
Yeah. I'm saying once I get the development fights, I'll definitely be ready for the champs. But I think somebody like the Ranches, Barthelme's, the Victor Postals, the
Damn, whoa, champ. Victor, you ready for Victor?
Yeah, bro. I said his name, right? I said his name.
Champ,
I said his name. I
definitely
said his name.
He tall and long.
You think I got short arms?
No, I'm just saying. But he also tall, so the punch is coming down.
All right, and I know how to fight. I know how to fight a tall person too. I mean, I know Nesto is different in sparring, but I know how to do it. I know how to fight a tall person too. Like I ain't worried about that. I'm telling you, I ain't worried about that. Like if that fight has to happen, we can make it happen. Like I'm not trying to just protect my own or just make it far. That's whack. I see so many fighters. They undefeated. They 18-0, 19-0, but they ain't making no money. They ain't making no noise in boxing just because they want to pick cherry fights. I want to be in fights where y'all interested in, where y'all calling me and saying how you feel about this fight. Are you ready? Such and such. I want them type of fights. I don't want to just be in any fight. I don't want to just be in any fight where it's like I'm just fighting just to fight.
Let me get to these questions from the people. San Antonio, Texas, James Valdez says, Gary Russell versus Shakur, who wins and why? I look forward to seeing your next fights, champ. You've been looking really sharp. Salute. Ness don't know what he's talking about. You spanked our genders. Nah, he ain't say the rest of that. He ain't say the rest of that.
Nah, what you call it? I think a Gary Russell and Shakur fight. I think Shakur will win because I just think Shakur he just a wizard in that ring. He just different, But everybody already know about Shakur. He's one of them people that just know the sweet science.
Next one is from Molato, who says, what you think about Rolly? Can you please fight him and get him out the way so we don't have to watch that garbage?
Nah, they're not gonna feed me Rolly. Rolly was a 135 pounder. He got a world title at 135. They're not gonna feed me Rolly. They're not gonna make that fight happen. Especially that could be a huge fight. Especially probably down the line some years. And I look at Rolly like a green fighter. Like he's like a novice. He's learning. He's still learning the game. Nah,
he gonna hear this and come. How you gonna tell a world champ he green and a novice?
Yo, Nessa, you see, you be losing me with that because he novice, and you still over here talking about he world champ. That's what I be trying to tell you, Nessa.
But he got the belt.
Huh?
He got the belt.
That don't mean nothing. We know, you seen the guy he lost to, and you seen what my man Richard Comey just did to him, got him out of there.
Yo, but Comey got fucking power from the gods, man.
Nah, I don't care about none of that. Rolly be swearing he the biggest puncher in boxing.
KOs. Isn't that his name? Sign up for KOs?
Yeah, so why he couldn't do the same thing that Richard Comey did? Come on, man. He a green fighter. Rolly's a green fighter. He's a straight bum. He's sharp. And that's a fact. I'm not saying that just because I don't like him. He's really a bum. Like, I like that.
I ain't even know you ain't like him. Now I ain't know that.
Nah, yeah, I don't like him, but I'm just saying it ain't even cause like I don't like him none of that. Like he a bum. Like the boxing world know Rolly's a bum. He a bum. He just a good bum.
Yo, what does a good bum mean?
Like like a bum, like it'd be bums, it'd be guys and bums that's bums in boxing, but they like a good bum is like somebody that probably they probably work hard, or they probably got power, or they probably like a bum, but they can out stamina you. They got more stamina than you. But when they meet a real fighter, that's when it's like, damn, like they meet a real nigga in front of them, it's like, damn, alright, he don't like basically it's like. A bum might have stamina or whatever, so they can outlast the regular fighters. But they meet a top echelon fighter that have the skills, that have the endurance, that could take a punch. It's like that's when they expose that good bum. That Rolly's like a good bum. Like he could probably get over the mediocre guys or the guys that really ain't on that high level of boxing. But when he comes face a
damn, I was gonna say ask for Marinez, but Marinez is 135 though, so that won't even work, man. That won't even work.
You think Rolly? You can't even answer stuff like that.
No. I think Rolly lost that fight versus Marinez, and I would have loved for him to get ahead and give Marinez that rematch. So let me ask you. I mean, this fight won't happen anytime soon because it's on Top Rank. You just beat a former world champion from the Dominican Republic. A lot of hype on Elvis Rodriguez, but people I don't know. People, you know, the last fight maybe that just happened. I don't know. Maybe people lost some of the steam. But what do you think of Elvis Rodriguez? He's in 140. He the one with Freddie Roach.
Yeah, I was watching him yesterday. I seen him highlight at him. He cool. He got good straight left. He got good power. I don't know if he got good straight left. He got good power, but obviously he come from a strong amateur background. I don't really know too much about him, but if me and him fight, I'm gonna beat him. What else you want me to tell you? I don't just be saying I'm gonna beat him because I feel like I just gotta say that. I really feel like I'll beat him. I seen him fight. I think I'll beat him. He got power. He's one of the people that's he's gonna be in the fight. Of course he's gonna always be in the fight because he has power, but I don't think he'll beat me.
Who else could you fight, man? So do you got a working date? Like, did they say, hey, get ready for such and such month? Maybe we giving you a call.
Yeah, May. I don't know who could I fight right now. I don't know who. Like, I don't know who. Like, I really don't understand.
Would you take a name you don't know, but that's been around, but you don't know him like that?
The Muhammad guy. I don't know him.
There's another dude from Canada named Stephen Claggett. He's like 32. He's definitely beatable. He got 6 losses, only won by KO. He been in the ring with a lot of names. You know, Ulysses Jr. just beat him. You know, he's been in there with Danny O'Connor, but he beat Danny. You know, he been in there with Van Heerden, who just got the no contest with Boots. He been in there with some names, you know, both in America and go ahead, Francis.
What about Javier Molina? You know what I'm saying? He just fought Jose
Pedraza. That's PBC.
Yeah, right after it, Amir Iman. Like, I think that's Jamal James. Like, he got some big names.
Whoa, Jamal James. That's 147, man.
He fought him at 145 and a half.
Ain't no way Jamal James gonna come down to 140, man. He can't make it. He like 6'2".
All right, so you can.
I ain't trying to fight no big ass nigga 6'2". Huh?
Yeah, he actually lost. But
I like the Rancies fight, man. You just gotta watch out for the hook and his dirty tactics. He Cuban. He ain't letting the hands go too much. He already 34. He on his way out, and is a big name. I think he might have been a former world champ. Yeah, but only with the left hook.
Yeah, he doesn't have much power.
And y'all got a common opponent. He beat I mean, it ain't really beat, right? Like, he hit Mendez after the bell and knocked him out in that Friday night fight, like 12 years ago, maybe. I don't even know when less than 12. I'm tripping. Let me look it up. It says
it was 2013 he fought.
14
like
twice.
8 years ago.
14. Yeah. But I think that's a good name because he known to the boxing public. I mean, damn, who else is on that PBC side?
I don't know. It's politics. Politics making the game so hard.
Mm-hmm.
They need to feed me some of the guys.
Would you take Hawkins? I think I still like that Malik Hawkins fight. You don't think that's like worth it for you?
Yo, he trying to stir up some shit. This guy crazy. He said, "Nah, man, look, I ain't got if he in my way, we gotta fight. But that's my guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like calling out people. Like, everybody was like after Saturday's fight, everybody was like, yo, you should call out Adrian. You should call out Adrian.
What?
Nah, I can't.
Nah.
Yeah, everybody like a billion people calling me saying you should call out Adrian. You should call out Adrian. Like, that would be a good fight for you on your resume also. But you know, I'm not gonna do that. So like, same thing with Malik. Like, I'm not gonna initiate nothing with somebody that I fuck with.
I got you then. Do you fuck with? And listen, be careful how you answer this, man, because you know his big brother might get on Instagram Live right now talking about how his little brother beat you, but Gary Antoine Russell.
Do I what?
Is that your boy? Is that your boy, or could he fight? You could fight him.
Well, yeah, we could fight, but that fight don't make no sense if it's gonna be a big fight, because I know the threat Gary bringing, so I'm not about to just jump into a fight like that. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? 12 fights to professionals. Let's fight. I know the type of threat he bringing. I know the type of fighter he is.
So
He's bringing a lot of pedigree.
That ain't right now then, because you what? He's 13-0 and you what? 12-0?
12-0. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's definitely a fight that's going. If it happen, it's going to happen. I definitely want that fight to happen in the pros. It got to happen before my career is done. Whether it's in the near future or later down the line, it got to happen. But I'm not about to just jump into a fight with Gary right now. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, what's the point of that?
What about Sonny Fredrickson? Would you? I mean, he just lost to Alex Salcedo last year, but nah, you don't know. He ain't on your radar.
I don't know. It just, I don't know. If I beat him, it's like if he ranked or he could get me closer to the world championship, then yeah, I would want to fight him. But if it's just like a step back or nobody gonna give me no credit for fighting him, it's like, I mean, if ain't nobody else available, yeah, I'll take the fight. I think the dude that Bunny just beat, that would have been a good fight. That would have been a good fight for me, but Bunny just beat him, so I don't want
Ryan Martin.
Yeah. I really wanted that to be my next fight. I didn't even know Bunny was fighting him. I was really trying, like, when
I got it.
asked me who.
I got it. Amir Imam.
He still fight?
You right about that.
Nah,
but he fought last year. He fought last year.
Yeah.
He fought last year.
Yeah, I ain't seen him fight in a minute.
But he is coming off a loss to Javier Molina, so it make more sense what Francis said. Javier Molina probably the better fight.
Yeah.
But actually, Javier came off a loss to Pedraza too, though. I mean, it's a common opponent. They both fought. I think they both fought Pedraza.
Is Javier Molina on the outside though?
I don't know. I think he is with PBC. Let me see. Amir Iman's also used to be with Top Rank. Nah, he might be with Top Rank, man. Oh, he did fight Jamal James. That's a PBC name.
I told you, man. And I tell you that, he said there's no way he's coming down as that brat at 145.
Yeah, but again, that's Molina moving up, champ. You know, that's Molina moving up. The welterweight is the one coming weighing above 140. But let me see. Is Joseph Alega? Well, damn, nah, he too big for you. He 147.
I will fight a fight like Javier Molina.
Yeah, I mean, if it's doable, you think you could do?
I'd prefer Josue, but Josue's on Top Rank. That's why I said Javier.
What, Vargas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like that. But damn, y'all from New York though. You know him? It would be, you couldn't do that.
That's my guy. Also, if it has to happen, it gotta happen. But that's my guy. I ain't gonna call him out. I ain't gonna be like, I want to fight. So I be talking to Josue all the time on the phone.
Yeah,
we always.
So that's a big fight thing.
That fight ain't gonna happen though. That fight, he Top Rank, you PBC, man. That shit gotta make so much sense for them to make it.
Yeah.
Damn, champ, it's like slim pickings, man. And I'm all the way in the hundreds, man. I can't find the only sexy name is Brandon Lee, and he with Showtime, so it's possible. But he's already scheduled to fight Samuel Teal, which would have been another good name. Matter of fact, bruh, ask for Montana Love. You know, y'all friends?
Nah, Montana Love was calling me out a few fights ago.
What?
That fight could happen too. Yeah, he was calling me out.
You know that's a big fight. You know he gonna sell it. Come on, you know he gonna sell it. He got a nice
Why is that a big fight?
What? He got a nice following.
You think, I don't know how that's a big fight.
I don't know how that's a big fight.
Right,
I mean, it's a cool fight. I like it, but just as like a fight fan that loves boxing, but to me, it's like, to me, it's tripping. It's not even like an Eddie Gomez, Keisha fight. It's like, I don't know. I mean, what do you get out of it? What do you get out of it?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
no way.
Like,
Montana Love.
Let me ask you. Okay, so let's say Richardson beats him. What does he get from it?
Clout.
Yeah, like what recognition I'm gonna get?
What clout? My man's ranked 110 in the world.
Bro, everybody know Montana Love, and everybody
for
know
doing pads and videos. He ain't no fighter.
Yo!
He's not known for being he's not known for being a threat. He's not known for being a threat. So
what?
If I fight, him,
you saying
that because the fight ain't happened yet. But once after it's done, it's like,
you
gonna be able to say, Richardson, you beat Montana Love. He was ranked in the thing. I thought it was gonna be a good fight, but Do you really feel like you're still ready for the Barrios and stuff though? You think that fight got you ready? You know, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear like
that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it.
Real quick. Let me ask you just a question. What's your take?
Let Francis get it.
Yo, what's your take on taking some of these UK fighters, man, their rankings, either here, bringing them here to the US or going to the UK, building fans over there? We know TMT has some type of inroads in the UK. So what is your take on that? Like you have a Terry Flanagan or Jack, they got pretty high rankings. You know what I mean?
Howard Davis is highly ranked, man. You know,
Tyrone McKenna, like some guys.
If you want a UK name, O'Hara like number 10.
Yeah, I would go over there. I'm gonna go over there. If they want me to go over there and eat, I'm gonna go over there and eat. Like it is what it is. Like I'm not ducking nobody. Like I'm telling you, I ain't ducking nobody. I ain't worried about nobody at 140. It's none of that. Just make the fight happen. Go get ready, and then I'm gonna go out there and execute. That's just all I can say. So if it's in the UK, it's in UK. If it's in America, it's in America. I just wanna get my hands closer and closer to that strap. Like that's what it is. I'm not worried about whatever else, you know. I just want to whatever fight is gonna get me closer to the belt.
We got Carlito in the UK says, "What's good, Richardson? When you send Mumin that offer, make sure it ain't during Ramadan. Champ, peace emoji." So yeah, I guess Mumin is Muslim.
I don't know about when is Ramadan, none of that, but if he wants to fight, we can fight. I don't know. Is that gonna be a big fight? I don't even know who he is. I really don't know nothing about this guy. I just know he was calling me out.
You made him popular. Nobody ain't know him until he called you out.
Yeah. So I mean, if he wants that fight, if y'all as boxing fans and the boxing media and the boxing people gonna be paying attention to me when I'm fighting that fight, I think that's really like my main focus, to be in a fight that like the people's gonna want to see. Like y'all gonna be paying attention. Not a fight was just like, oh, he's just fighting some guy or whatever. I want to fight the fight where y'all pay attention.
Holy shit. Well. Let's get to Rue in the 504 says, you gave yourself a B+ in your split decision victory over Mendez. What have you done since the win to push yourself to the next level?
I think I feel like with Mendez, it was like a lot. Like as a fighter, like you like I see like what a lot of fights have to go through. It's like a graduation. Like it's like going through baby steps. I feel like even when I watch like one Floyd fight with what's his name, Genaro Hernandez, like Floyd was confident he was gonna beat Genaro, but you could still tell like Floyd was building confidence as the fight went on. He got more and more comfortable. I think with the Mendez fight, it was just so a lot of like you guys, the media, Genesis, very experienced, been former world champion, and all that. And it's like, damn, like I ain't never fought a former world champion. Like I felt like that was like a big step in my boxing career. Like coming from a young kid, like a little old young kid from Brooklyn, like from the projects in Brooklyn, to being on Showtime with a guy that been world champion, a guy that actually accomplished something in boxing, something that I want to accomplish. So it was like me going into that fight was kind of like, am I gonna see some shit I never seen before? You know what I'm saying? Because I know, like, I seen it in sparring, like Nestor would say, that I seen this shit in sparring, but in the fight is different. Then when I got in there, it's like this shit is regular. Like he not on my level. Like he's not on my level. So he wasn't on my level, but it was still. I think I was more cautious in the fight. Like it was like I didn't know. I wasn't my P's and Q's, and I think I wasn't comfortable in the ring yet. I'm not as comfortable in the ring yet that I'm gonna be in another 5 more fights. I wasn't active, you know. I don't have that many pro fights, so it's like, and Mendez got some power. For a lot of people that don't know, Mendez can punch. Even though he only got 12 knockouts, he got like a great punch. So I wasn't fighting a lot of big punches. So when I was like kind of like felt some of that shit, I'm like, all right, like I really gotta be sharp. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get caught lacking or caught with nothing dumb. Because he's a very, very good counter puncher. Like he'll throw something out of unexpectedly. Like he'll counter something unexpected. You wouldn't even notice it. Like if you watch the fight, like if you really pay attention to the fight, you'll see Mendez trying to set up some some sharp ass counters on me, but I was ready onto that. I was ready one step ahead of him. But I think once I get more comfortable, then I can push myself to that next level.
Next one is from Big Casual, who says, how far do you think you are from a world title shot, and under which sanctioning body do you think you will get your first title shot? Bud versus Porter, is it a pay-per-view fight in your opinion?
I don't know how like close I am. I don't know how far I am from a world title shot, but I don't think that I'm like way too far. I just think it's about getting the right fights and and like the right fights and getting the experience. And with I don't really pay attention like to the sanction bodies or like who I'm gonna be able to get the belt with. But I think it'll make sense if Mario Barrios still got the belt or that belt he has. I think I'll be fighting for that belt. That would be the easiest belt I think I could get my hands on first. And Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford, I think that is a pay-per-view fight because Sean Porter's coming off like his last loss was versus Errol Spence, and that was like a very, 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 very close fight, and that was on pay-per-view. And I think him and Terrence Crawford, I would want to see that, and I think it would be like a big fight.
Yeah, I would pay for that. Troy Killer Entertainment says, is that Haiti? Cousin, I need some work.
He said, what? Is that what?
Haiti.
IT. Nah, what'd you call it? I mean, yeah, tell him come down. I said in the interview with Jim I train at. So if whoever wants to sparring, they can come down and we can work.
Victor Banuelo says, what's up, champ? Obviously, it didn't make you quit, but what was your first thought the very first time you truly got cracked and hurt in the ring? Hopefully, I get away with a second question, but Canelo versus Charlo, who takes it?
I ain't never. I got a Haitian chin. Like Haitians, our chin is different. Like I ain't never really get cracked and was like, ow, like I'm hurt or I ain't never for real ever in boxing. I don't think I ain't never been down. Like I've been down once when I was like a little kid with a body shot. Like I was a little ass kid. Like I was sparring like an older dude, like a bigger dude, and he touched me to the body. I was probably like 12, and I was like, whatever. He was kind of toying around with me in the ring, but like. And the funny thing that I got older, I was like 15. I sparred that same dude when I got big, and I dropped him with a body shot. So I don't even count. But Charlo versus Canelo, I don't know. Like Charlo versus Canelo, I don't know. That'd be a good fight because I like Charlo. Like Charlo know a lot. Like he knows a lot. Like he proved a lot to me. That his last fight and even like a couple fights before that, he proved a lot to me. Like I was always saying, like he got like very good timing. He understands distance good, and he's like a smart fighter. And I think like Canelo, like you got to be a fighter that understands distance with Canelo. Like you got to have good feet, and you got to understand distance, and you got to understand timing because Canelo is a great counterpuncher. So you got to know how to offset his timing and different things in the ring that you know. And Charlo got some heat. To throw Canelo off, and Charlo is a real black man. Like he's strong. Like he one of them strong black country men. So you're not about to just punch him and hurt him. So I think that would be like a pay-per-view fight. It would be like a huge fight.
Yo, champ, you got away with it earlier, saying you got the best jab in boxing, but you sparred Bud. Is you touching him up with that jab?
That was years ago, and yeah, I got a better jab. Yeah, I got a better jab than Bud. Come on, bro. You know that.
So if that was years ago, why you don't put it to the test when you going back to B&B to see how that jab land on his chin?
Now I want to spar Terrence again. I was just saying that the other day. I want to spar him again because Terrence is like he's like a different level. Like when you get in that ring, is like he put your brain to the test. So I ain't sparring in years, so I definitely want to test my skills and see where I'm at and see the improvement. So when that time comes. We definitely gonna get some work in.
Miguel Leah says, "What about Hitchins versus Prograis? Regis Prograis."
That'll be a good fight. Also, probably next year or in the end of this year. It just depends on what fights I get and how that go. I think that'll be a great fight for me too.
We got Boston Jared that says, "Surpassing from Boston. Who wins between Charlo?" And Demetrius Andrade and why?
Surpassing, Zo. And I think that I don't know. I don't really be watching Demetrius Andrade like that, but when I watch him, I'll be like, damn, he cold. I don't know. I think it'll be a tough fight for both of them. Like that would be like a toss up.
All right, I think that is all our questions. I want to thank you, obviously, for coming on, Mr. Hitchins. We appreciate it. Look forward to getting you back on as soon as you get an announcement and you know who you're going to be facing. We would love to chop it up again and, talk about it. Appreciate you making the time for us. Can you we got another one from Coach Myers in Connecticut. Says, first time I heard your name was in the Rio Olympics where you lost to Gary Antoine Russell. How did that fight play out? And if that's the one fight that you have to have before you retire, is that the one fight that you have to have before you retire?
I mean, if Gary's still around,
yo, why you ain't tell us that, bruh? When I threw that fight at you, why you ain't say, man, I already fought him in the amateurs?
I thought the whole world know that. I thought you knew that.
I mean, not everybody.
I thought that's what he said.
Not everybody knows.
Yeah, I that's why I told you I know how he coming. Like I know we be familiar with each other. Me and Gary done sparred a billion times. Not a billion times. We sparred a number of times. We fought a couple times. Like I know. That's why I said I know what type of threat he's coming with. So if that fight happens, it will definitely be for something. It will have to make sense. But the way the fight played out in the Olympics, a lot of people thought I won the fight. Some people thought he won the fight. I mean, obviously Gary came out with the win, and it is what it is. It just helped me become a better fighter. Like you live and you learn. So it is what it is. Like I can't go back to that fight. I'm a completely different fighter today. I'm seasoned. I'm way more seasoned. I'm a professional now, and I got way more experience now. So.
And I feel like you've adapted your style. And I feel like you've adapted your style well. From amateurs to pros, like you.
Good B-side, man. He gonna build this fight up. He gonna come in with a nice ring outfit. A lot of people gonna know about it. He gonna give you the attention you need. All you gotta do is whip him. He's also a great talker, so he gonna have people believing he could beat you. You gotta be the one to outbox him and show out. But he looks the part.
He's an entertainer. He's definitely an entertainer. Like we know that he's an entertainer. He's like you said. He gonna come. He gonna add a fancy outfit. He gonna have all that. He gonna do all that. But it's like I'm thinking from like a real like a boxing like I'm thinking. I mean, when you say the attention, I mean, if you feel like it's gonna bring attention, I don't know. The fight ain't happy.
Let me ask you this
so I don't know how it's gonna play out.
Let me ask you this way. You don't think AB, Tank, Kevin Cunningham, like Chris none of them dudes ain't going to respect you if you beat Montana Love? They all know him. They watched him spar Tank numerous times. They've been to camp with him down here in Florida with Kevin Cunningham. Like, I mean, you acting like nobody know him.
No, it ain't that. The boxing world know him. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, the boxing world know him. Like the boxing world know him, but I feel like the boxing world still not gonna give me respect for beating him. Like it's not gonna be like you beat Montana Love. That was a solid name. That was a name. Like I'm a stamp that. When I look back on my career, it's like boom, I beat Montana Love. I will fight him. I think that's one of a development fight. Like how you yeah, of course it's experience. Like yeah, I fought a slick, fighter with you know what I'm saying with skills and all that. Yeah, it's gonna develop me. But as far as like.
He got a call.
Could you hear me?
Yeah, you got a call.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, my bad. I'm saying like it's a slick name. I mean, he's a slick fighter. He gonna develop. Oh. My bad. My girl was calling me. But I'm sorry. But I'm saying though, it's gonna develop me. If I fight that fight, it's gonna develop me. It's gonna give me experience or whatever. Like, yeah, he coming in hungry. He don't want to lose his O. It's gonna be a fight for sure. It's gonna be a fight. The boxing world probably tune in. They probably don't, depending on how it's promoted. But I just feel like it's not gonna be a name where it's like, yeah, you beat Montana Love, you such and such. So it's like, if I give him that opportunity, if I give him the opportunity right now where I got the upper hand, yeah, it's gonna be like me. It's kind of like.
Bro,
why take a Montana Love fight where it's like you could fight somebody that you feel like you feel like I don't know. It just
Listen,
feel like I
listen
feel
to
like
me,
it don't make
listen
that
to
the
me.
most sense. It don't make the most sense to me.
Hitchins, listen to me. Sabril Matisse, he gonna get you known by like the hardcores that call into this show. They gonna respect you.
Yeah, for sure.
Montana will take you further. Y'all evenly matched on paper. You 12-5, with 5 KOs. He's 13-6. He's been in the ring, I'm pretty sure, with Samuel Teal already, who's scheduled to face undefeated Brandon Lee, who's the red and hot 140 up and comer. That's who everybody talking about is Brandon Lee. Samuel Teal about to fight him. That's a fight Montana beat long time ago. He fought Samuel Teal 2018 and beat him in a majority decision. He beat Kenneth. I don't know. I think the Kenneth Sims Jr. fight, maybe, I don't know. That was a tight fight, but he got a draw with Kenneth Sims Jr. too. Another undefeated fight. I don't know, man. I think that.
Yo, man, none of them guys is me, man. I'm telling you, them guys is me. It's a different beast. If that fight can happen, it could happen. Like if that fight, if Leonard called me tomorrow and say, look, we got Montana Love, that I such and such, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. But I'm not looking for Montana Love. He looking for me, or his people looking for me. They know who to call. If they want to make the fight happen, we can make the fight happen. I just don't feel like that's a fight. I'm gonna be out here calling my promoters like, yeah, I want to make that fight happen, or I'm excited to call and say, let's right. I really want Montana Love.
I hear where you coming from.
Yeah, I don't want it to get it misconstrued like, oh, he ducking Montana Love. He know he don't want that. No, if it could happen, I'll make it happen. I'm not at the point in my career where it's like I could be saying, yeah, I'm looking down at a fight Montana Love, or that's a step back. No, it's not. No, I'm not talking like that. But I'm just saying, like, I don't feel like that's
Just know he been on Showtime from like 8-0. Like he been on, like Showtime's had him on once or twice.
No, he been on Showbox, not Showtime, Showbox. That's for the young. We passed that stage already.
All right, but that's what I'm saying. The fact that he been on Showbox and the fact that you have been on Showtime and you with Mayweather, that's gonna make this a bigger fight on Showtime. But I get you, man. Listen, again, we gonna get you back on when you do settle on a name, and we gonna see. Just remember, we gonna have this conversation. You better not come over here with no name. And I'm like, man, you should have fought Montana Love. More people know him.
But that's why I had to say it before I got off this call. I said I will fight Montana Love if it's presented to me. If his people reach out to my peoples, I'm not gonna go call for Montana Love. If it's a fight where it's like, I don't got nobody else or whatever, or like it's tough to get a fight and he's want to fight, we could definitely like fight. But he's not on my radar. He's not being avoided or none of that. But I don't really be hearing about him. I don't like. He's one of them names I don't even know. Like I don't even know when his last fight was or nothing. Last time I seen him was on Showbox. He fought on Showbox last year against I think one of Ronnie.
He's scheduled to fight in Atlanta, and he just coming off a win last February 2020 versus a undefeated fighter by the name of Jericho Walter.
He fought an undefeated fighter. I was an undefeated bum. I watched the fight. I'm telling you, that's why I just said it earlier in the interview. I said when I fight, I don't want to fight just guys like it's like. Yeah, like who he's undefeated, but who he beat, or he's not in no competitive fights. Like,
bruh, but when you undefeated, like you don't know how to lose. You don't want to lose.
Yeah, I hear you. I see a lot of undefeated fighters check out quick.
I can't wait, man. I can't. You know what? And it's funny because I met you and Chris the same day. I tell that story all the time about y'all coming with all the amateur belts to that press conference, and I never thought like y'all telling me like, yo, word is born, you gonna be interviewed. Like y'all really all out here killing it, man. So just congratulations, man. All of y'all, like that's amazing that the friends you grew up with, bro. You've been doing this shit for so many years, and all of your friends. Yep. You know, whether you fuck with them the way you did back then or not, like Nikita's a pro, the Bear is a pro, fucking Chris Colbert's a pro, Big Baby's a pro, even fucking my Jamaican, Lennox Allen, like yo, that whole gym, man. I'm waiting on the tall. What's up with that tall Puerto Rican kid that his mom always used to come to the gym?
Alex, Alex Chop.
Light skin, curly hair, tall as hell though, but thin.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex Chop Chop.
He didn't work out. Even Shushu about to go to the Olympics, man. Y'all gym came with that's crazy. Like that was like the amateur Robert Garcia, and now they turning into pros. Like.
Yeah. It's dope. Like like it's amazing. Like especially like watching Chris Colbert. Like he motivates me a lot because like I watch me and Chris, like we was selling candy on the train. Chris was selling candy for me on the train. Like he would be with me selling candy for me just to help me get to a tournament. Like he'll be like, and he didn't ask for $1. Like I don't know if he was stealing some of the candy money or what. It was kind of fishy to me though. But he didn't ask for $1. he didn't ask for $1. He would sell candy. He'll be at the train and be like, yo, here, bro. Like I want you to go to this tournament and win this tournament or whatever. Like help me raise money and all that. So like it's crazy how we coming that to like being professionals. I remember we was looking up to the guys that's coming up from New York, like, oh shit, like even like guys like Zachary Ochoa and like like guys coming up like that. We used to be like, damn, like he pro, like he finding a Barkley, like that shit tough. Like now we the guys he's headlining cards and he's in the works to becoming a world champion and stuff like that. It's like dope, like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, damn, like it's basically saying like if you stay consistent and stay dedicated, like it is all you go as far as you want. And I just feel like we want to fight. We are the type of fighters that have a talent. Like we have like real talent and skill. So it's all about us pushing that all the way to the limit. And I feel like we have that mindset. Sky's the limit.
So you just brought up Zachary Ochoa. He switched trainers. He's with Breadman, but he just lost Saturday to an Argentinian by the name of Juan Jose Velasquez. So that's the same division. So that's what I'm saying. Your team might be like, you could fight him. He just beat Ochoa on PBC.
Yeah, I think that would be a good fight for me.
But don't nobody know this motherfucker, man. We know Montana Love. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say.
But he got more fights than Montana Love.
But don't nobody know him.
Did he fight for a world title?
Man, don't nobody know him.
He didn't fight for a world title?
Yeah. He fought Regis and Barrios.
All right. So why can't Montana never fought for a world title? So that's a better name. He's a world title challenger. Montana ain't beat nobody.
You teaching me, champ. You teaching me what's more important.
Montana just somebody that's just he fought Kenneth Sims and fought on Showbox and he talked shit and hit the pad. So you like I like him. He undefeated. I want to see him like you trying to get him in position right now.
Hell no. I'm trying to use his popularity to boost yours.
I don't see nobody talking about Montana Love, to be honest with you. I don't see nobody talking about him. He ain't even relevant. Like I don't even see his name. No, you the first person that asks, do I want to fight him?
Okay.
Ain't nobody asking me that. So it's like that's why he haven't been on the radar. Like ain't nobody talking about him. Ain't nobody coming up to me like yo. I think you and Montana Love would be a good fight.
Hey,
like,
champ, ain't nobody coming up to you talking about fight that dude Zachary Ochoa for either.
Yeah, but he's a world title challenger. He's fought people like he fought Marios, he fought Regis. So I want to test my skills again and see what I could do to him. Like, he fought them guys. So let me see how my performance would be against somebody like this.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? But
he gave Zachary a great fight.
Like I said, Montana would be a good fight for me. I'm just not gonna go like he not somebody that I ever really thought of. Like, damn. So he called me out last year. It was what it was. I ain't hear about him yet. I ain't hear about him again. Like I said, if they come to me and say, yo, I think that's a good fight, or let's make that fight happen, let's make it happen.
But the fact that you're willing to take Juan Jose Velasquez, I mean, he just coming off a win. And it's a good common opponent since you wanted to fight somebody that's on the Barrios resume. But damn, champ, I'm going to let you go, man. We've been on with you forever. I don't want to hold you. It was great, super fun. I hope you could come around more often, stop being a stranger. I know you training, but we got to get this schedule right. Why you don't wake up early, man?
I don't know. I'm not a morning person. I be like going to sleep late. I just be up like just in the house watching boxing or just on the phone or something.
All right. Well, champ, give out that social media, man, and thank you once again.
I want everybody to follow me on Instagram at Richardson Hitchins, RICHARDSON, HITCHINS. On Twitter, he is Richardson. And just keep following for me. My next fight is in May. It's gonna be fireworks. So everybody just tune into that fight. It's gonna be crazy.
So you main eventing?
We don't know. I don't know. Leonard cooking up something, so we gonna see what he gonna cook up.
All right.
If I made event, you think I can fight Montana Love for the as a main event?
Shots fired! Shots fired!
No, he got it.
Yo, you and Chris are real slick with it. Y'all. That was a good comeback, man.
That was a good comeback, bro.
Yo, well, enjoy the rest of your day, champ.
Yeah,
man. We appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Good talking to y'all. All right.
Yo, that was a fantastic interview. Very, very.
Nothing. He ain't wrong either at the end.
Yeah, he wasn't wrong. He killed me. And damn, that was refreshing though. I ain't know it was gonna be like that. I don't remember the last time we interviewed him, but damn, that shit was real fun. That was real fun. Yeah, but don't nobody know Velasco. But I hear him. He right. That's a title challenger, 2-time title challenger, I guess, man. We ain't got no callers, man. Calls fell off. We've been on too long. Everybody went to lunch. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one tonight. It's going down. I mean, some huge news.
We got
Huge news.
Eddie Reynoso on.
Yes.
We have.
Let me see if they get me back, man.
What else do we have? Let me check the calendar.
We got Erickson Lubin at 8. Let me send him a reminder.
Yes, thank you. Erickson Lubin at 8 Eastern and Eddie Reynoso following that. So just tune in. We'll be breaking down the fights this weekend and also talking about the huge news that broke while we were on. Triller ends up winning the purse bid for Teofimo. And Cam Poso. So we'll definitely be talking about that tonight.
Dude's about to be big mad. But we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, but you see there.
We got super chats. We got super chats. Nah, leave that for the next show. I was trying to do it real quick. Like, that's a breaking news. But I hear y'all. We got Troy Killer Entertainment said, who mad at Canelo for being the best? They are. Davidian says, hey, Boxing Voice, Francis. That was my first job, too. I actually still have my newspaper carrier permit card. 100 emoji, laughing out loud 3 times. Peace, son.
I didn't even get to tell the whole story, but that's all good. Keep popping.
We got Croy, who said Rolly doesn't have the craftsmanship. And I guess he means to beat Richardson. He came back and said, let me get some work for the love camp. Champ. Hashtag pause. He ain't taking Montana Love, but he did say you could come out, man. He said just hit him up. Come out, man.
Hit him up.
Y'all should come down here, though. I'm just saying. Do it down here. Yo, we should have invited him, right? But he got a fight. He said May.
Yeah.
He said May. I wonder if he can make it. Because Austin Trout just officially said he couldn't move things around. Him and his family gonna be somewhere else.
Man. Edwin Solano also on the super chat said, Ness, you need to take over some of these guys' career.
Not according to everyone. Some people think I need to shut up. But, whatever.
Hey, some people think Ellerby needs to shut up. Some people think Bob needs to shut up. So
That's true. Thanks.
Don't go
Mario.
based off of them, man.
You can always count on Mario to be a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Yo, what else we gotta do? Is that it? Oh, super chats. We was doing super chats. Next one is from Edwin. Oh, you said that. All right, so we done. Peace. Later.
Peace.
Arrivederci. Long one. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Catch us
man, for sure.
tonight. Peace.
Hey, yo.